And here is Olivia Driscoll, drives in, swoops in from the right side, the layup. It is up, it is in, foul, count the basket. And the Bulldogs go up by 7. Driscoll back into the offensive end to Ruff. That's Emma Driscoll to Ruff, crossover dribble, drives in, loses it. Cut off on the baseline, kicks it in the corner. Blair Winter, deep left side for 3. It's 2. Foot was on the line, but this is a 10-point lead, an 11-0 run by MFL Marmac. Bulldogs back offensively. Olivia Driscoll, absolutely wide open for 3. Got it! Back into the game and right back at it. Bulldogs have their biggest lead of the night at 50-38. MFL Marmac wins the conference opener in their first conference matchup for the Crestwood Cadets, making their conference debut. And the Bulldogs, the defending co-champions of the conference, start out this season with a W. They win by a final score of 54-40. The best high school basketball is on KCTN FM 100. It's an Upper Iowa Conference doubleheader tonight on KCTN. In our featured matchup, Clayton Ridge is at Central. First off, we have the girls' game. The Eagle Girls are a young team featuring only one senior and a new head coach. They figure to improve as the season goes on. For Central, the Warriors, one of the youngest teams in the league this year, they look to take another step forward this season. It's a small school showdown, Clayton Ridge and Central. The Chalk Talk for the girls' game coming up next on KCTN FM 100.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today, 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Morris Funeral Home in Guttenberg and Garnavillo, Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Bender's Foods in Guttenberg, Mobile Track Solutions in Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, and by St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. We begin the Chalk Talk for our girls game. We're joined by Clayton Ridge girls basketball coach Megan Livingston. Coach, her team dropping that decision last week in the season opener to a pretty good Turkey Valley team, 55-16. Tell me about that game.
Well, Dan, we had a lot of turnovers, 29 to be exact, and we just need to take care of the ball. Our shooting percentage was pretty low, and we didn't get up near as many shots as Turkey Valley. We shot 33 times. I think they shot around 70 times. So we explained those numbers to the girls, and they definitely understood that they need to take better shots and take care of the ball to be competitive. And Turkey Valley, they had a lot of size on us. We have a lot of young kids and a lot of kids that are around 5'4". So we did struggle to get rebounds against them for sure.
All right, so certainly a learning experience for your young team. Starting a lineup for your team tonight.
Tonight I have Erica Sarazua, who is a sophomore, and she has hardly played JV in her career. She had to play a lot of varsity minutes last year as a freshman as well. Freshman Sophia Schmeeler, she helps us, bring the ball and get the ball up the court. We do have one senior, Alyssa Sodawasser, and she did not play last year, so we were really happy to get her back just to have a senior leader. And she's a strong girl. When she's getting trapped, they throw her on the floor and she just gets back up. So I love to see her determination there. And the Dean sisters will start, Mallory and Avery. Mallory is a sophomore and Avery is a junior. She's actually our only junior that will be joining us tonight.
All right, now let's talk about some of the kids that contribute off the bench for you.
Oh, I love our bench. Our bench is pretty much right up there with our starters. We have Hayden Reimer, and she will probably start quite a few games for us as well. She is coming off of an illness. She's a sophomore. Adeline Helly, she's 6 foot, so she helps us a lot down low with scoring and rebounding. She's a freshman. And then 2 more freshmen, Emery Ostrander. Her handles have been really good. She's been helping with the press. And Ellie Smith. And Ellie developed a little 3-point shot, so she's knocked down a few for us in our scrimmage and in our Turkey Valley game. So, yeah, we've got some scorers there, too.
All right, Central, what do you know about the Warriors?
I do know that they have some outside shooters. So we have a couple different zone defenses, and we're going to have to see how our man holds up to stop their outside game.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you later on tonight.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Yes, Clayton Ridge basketball coach Megan Livingston on her Eagle team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
This is Dr. Jessica Wilkie, along with Dr. Foey, Dr. Bruner, and our staff here at Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We are honored to sponsor winter sports and activities for the area schools. We're here to help keep those smiles healthy by providing all areas of general dentistry for children and adults, including same-day crowns, Invisalign, dentures, and implants. We thank our patients for their loyalty for the last 40 years and welcome new patients to join our dental family. Call us at 563-539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. And by Bacon Concrete in Postville. We continue the Chalk Talk for our girls game. We're joined by Central Girls Basketball coach Mark Wiley. Coach, your team now 1-1, 1-0 in the conference. Non-conference game last night against Maquoketa Valley. Dropped a 44-24 decision. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, Dan, last night we played really great first half of basketball. I felt like we were all over the court defensively. Did a really good job of scheming against their ball screens and did a good job with that. And in the second half, we turned the ball over too much, which led to them getting more points on the offensive end and us playing a lot more defense. We also did a nice job at the free throw line last night. We didn't get there a ton, but we did a good job at the line, which we did not do as well a year ago. So I was very pleased with our efforts and our improvements from last week's game.
All right, let's go through starting lineup for your team tonight.
Yeah, we'll start 3 guards, 2 posts, Briley Erickson, Blair Scharf, Katie Royer will start for us, Oakley Armstrong, and Layla Emerson.
All right, some kids contribute off the bench for you, too.
Yeah, it's been a mix of different people. So, we have a larger bench this year, Dan. Actually, we have 15 kids out for basketball, which is a good step forward as well for us. But we have Mike Gregerson comes off the bench as a sophomore, along with Peyton Standard and Natalia Singleton. Zoe Armstrong as well has seen quite a few minutes for us as a freshman.
All right, turning our attention to Clayton Ridge, what do you know about the Eagles?
Well, I know that they are a younger team that likes to play 1-2-2 and 2-3 zone. That's about all I know. But at the same time, we know that they're going to be aggressive on the defensive end, like Maquoketa Valley was last night, and we need to do a better job of taking care of the basketball.
All right, some of the other keys in the ball game for your team then.
Well, we need to rebound after playing last night. We were tired in the second half, and we got to play 4 quarters tonight. We know that they're going to come and give us their best shot, and we need to be ready for that. And then the other part, I think, is something that most coaches will say, and I thought we did a pretty good job of this last night, but we got to locate people on shots and rebound to keep ourselves in the game and be competitive.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We'll look forward to talking to you later on tonight.
All right, thank you, Dan.
You betcha. Central Girls Basketball coach Mark Wiley and his Warrior team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
The vets and vet techs at Veterinary Associates of Clayton County offer a wide variety of services for all animals. We believe in treating every patient as if they were our own pet and give them the same loving attention and care they receive from you. Call our office at 563-245-1633 to make an appointment today. The Veterinary Associates of Clayton County are proud sponsors of Central Elkader Sports.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhagen, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. And Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Good evening once again, everybody. How you doing? Dan Behrens along with Coach Aaron Hammond. We welcome you to Elkader. And it is Central and Clayton Ridge, small school side of the Upper Iowa Conference. And this is the second conference game for Clayton Ridge. This will be conference game number 1 for Central. Eagles come into this ball game. They played a very good Turkey Valley team, a new look Clayton Ridge team this year.
Yeah, new coaching staff, a lot of new players. They lost a lot last year, and you look at it, there's only 3 seniors, but that was 29 of their 33 points, 21 of their 29 rebounds. There's a lot of stats to fill with those 3 gone.
And the good news is they've got some young kids that they really feel like are going to help them out. But again, they got to kind of grow and learn on the job. Meanwhile, Central comes in 1-1. They won big at Tripola a week ago, but they actually played last night. Hung with Maquoketa Valley, a ranked team in Class 2A for the first half. Mac Valley pulled away 44-24. This was the young team a season ago in the conference.
It was, and you expect to see a lot of growth out of this team, taking those strides forward. I think playing Maquoketa Valley to a 1-point ball game at halftime showed some of that growth, but there's a lot of, senior leadership down there at MV, so you expected them to pull away being a ranked 2A team.
Now, you heard Coach Livingston talking about game number 1 there, and what happened for them was turnovers, and we know that's been a problem the last few years, and that's what you get with young kids having to give you big minutes tonight, but that's something they need to focus on here that they've really been focusing on.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to handle and take care of that ball, and I think they just need to have a slow, low-scoring affair. With a young group like this, you can't get them into a track meet. You got to slow things down, run your offense, play good defense, make it a low-scoring affair.
And now for Central, we know that this is a team that is built pretty strong defensively, and that's what they hang their hat on. But they figure to see some different defenses for Clayton Ridge in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, I think Central being, they didn't lose anyone last year. They returned everybody, and you would expect that teams are going to have to prepare for them because they've got everybody back, and you just know they're going to be an experienced team.
And again, this is the case that they have 3 seniors. So this is still, as we mentioned, a young team. Briley Erickson had 28 points in the ballgame against Tripola. Big figures there in game number 1. So we're ready to go courtside with our starting lineups here. It's the 67th day of school at Central. So 6-7,
go enjoy it all you want. You bet.
Go crazy. Aaron Reinhardt, the high school principal here at Central, has us for the starting lineups for our ball game tonight. Let's go courtside now here.
Getting his headset set.
Fans, welcome to tonight's Upper Iowa Conference basketball game featuring the Eagles of Clayton Ridge and your Central Warriors. Throughout tonight's game, sportsmanship expectations of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union will be followed. It is a clear obligation of contestants, coaches, and spectators to practice the highest principles of sportsmanship and ethics of competition. Now, let's meet our starting lineups. For the Eagles, number 1, Erica Sorzua. And for the Warriors, a senior, number 2, Oakley Armstrong. For the Eagles, number 2, Alyssa Sodawasser. And for the Warriors, a junior, number 3, Briley Erickson. For the Eagles, number 5, Sophia Schmeeler. And for the Warriors, a sophomore, number 5, Blair Scharf. For the Eagles, number 11, Mallory Dean. And for the Warriors, a senior, number 12, Layla Emerenson. And for the Eagles, number 12, Avery Dean. And finally, for the Warriors, a senior, number 20, Katie Royer. Coaching for Clayton Ridge tonight is head coach Megan Livingston, assisted by Stan Bockenstead. Coaching for Central tonight is head coach Mark Wiley, assisted by Emily Frieden.
There you have it. Starting lineups, opening action coming up next with Central and Clayton Ridge on KCTN.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people, bottom line, is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. And by T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. This is KCTN Sports. Good crowd on hand for this ball game tonight as they continue to roll in. The Eagles again in game number 2. They're wearing their green bottoms and tops there, and they have the black, of course, numbers there. Black stripe down the side. Central, their home whites, shorts and tops there. Central across the red in front of their jersey. Obviously, for Central, Layla Embrinson will jump center for them, and this is a distinct size advantage they have against Clayton Ridge. Clayton Ridge's biggest player, Adeline Helly, played really well in the JV game tonight. She's a 6-foot freshman who will see action. Otherwise, the next tallest girl after that is 5'7".
Yeah, Mallory Dean's going to do the jumping for him, but just a little height disadvantage there. We'll see if Central can get the tip here.
So the tip is in the air from Luther Linderbaum. It's into the backcourt, and this game is underway. Sodawasser brings it into the offensive end. Central will come out here, and they'll play girl-to-girl defense starting out. Right wing, Sodawasser looking into the lane area. And they'll work it back out on top there now with, again, Dean. That's Avery Dean. Sodawasser back out on top. And they work the ball from Schmeeler, left wing area now, back out on top to Sodawasser. Good movement so far for the Eagles around the perimeter. They try to go in the lane to Dean, and actually covered there. Mallory Dean kicks it out right side. Schmeeler takes the shot, blocked by Scharf, got a piece of it, goes off the hands of the Eagles underneath the basket, and it will go to Central. So we have Mallory Dean out there and Avery Dean out there. We'll try to do the best we can to keep them separate.
Yeah, we'll do our best. Central's going to come down here. It looks like Clayton Ridge is in a 2-3 zone tonight.
So the Warriors work it left side, and back in the corner there, that is Royer. And Royer, right side, Scharf along the baseline, floats up an 8-foot leaner right side, shot no good, but the rebound saved by Schmeeler, and into the offensive end comes Clayton Ridge with Sarah Zua. Left side to Sodawasser. Sodawasser, top of the key there now to Schmeeler. And they look into the lane area for Dean, but covered. Back right side to Sodawasser. A minute into our first quarter. And left side, Schmeeler open just off the top of the key for three. Leaves it off the left side of the rim. It is long, and the rebound pulled down there by Scharf. Ahead of the pack, gets it to Royer, but a good job by the Eagles getting back defensively. Left side, Erickson. Erickson goes to Royer, right wing area to Armstrong, in the lane to Ebretson. Nice post-up shot, uses the glass off the right side, and the Warriors get it down low. They strike first on the bank.
And a little full court pressure here out of the Warriors.
And that will be a concern for Clayton Ridge as they bring it into the offensive end with Sarah Zua. I mean, you're so young at the guard court with Schmeeler a freshman, Sarah Zua a sophomore. And in the lane, they get it down low to Dean. Spins, shot, middle of the lane, banks it long. Rebound into the hands of Embretson in the middle of the lane. So a touch down low for the Eagles. Back offensively, Erickson. Right side to Royer. Royer with it, back out on top. Armstrong open, just off the top of the key for three. Off the front of the rim, bounces right side. And the rebound pulled down by Clayton Ridge underneath with Avery Dean. Dean will push it to Schmeeler into the offensive end. So 2-0. Warriors the early lead. Right side with the basketball, Avery Dean. Dean back out on top to Sodawasser, who drives in, takes a tough contested shot, but fouled on the drive in and on the shot attempt. So Sodawasser able to seal her girl to the right driving in, and she'll go to the free throw line, and the Eagles trying to get on the board here.
Yeah, both these teams just kind of a slow-paced start, trying to feel each other out, figure out what we can do here, what kind of defenses they're going to play, and I think if you're Clayton Ridge, you like this pace. Absolutely like it.
Sodawasser's free throw is off to the right. She'll get another opportunity. The foul, by the way, was committed by Armstrong. That is her first. That is our first whistle of the ball game. So the second free throw being eyed here by Sodawasser, the lone senior on the Eagles lineup. Free throw rattled around, got it to stay down, and the score is now 2-1. Cut into half. And back into the offensive end quickly is Erickson. We figured the Eagles will throw some different defenses against the Warriors. Left side, Scharf from the wing. Goes right side to Royer on the wing area. She'll bring it baseline. Wraparound pass is bumped as she drove in right side. Was trying to throw it to Erickson along the right wing area, but was fouled as she drove underneath the basket. And the ball goes off the left side of the basket. Actually, right side of the basket is where the Warriors will take it inbounds. The foul committed by Avery Dean, her first. Off the right side, it will be Scharf in the lane. Embretson rolls to the right block. Wide open, lays it up and in on the cut. Well-diagnosed inbounds play there by Central, and they lead 4-1. Meanwhile, back in the offensive end, Eagles beat the pressure. Driving in right side, Mallory Dean scores the layup there as the Warriors unable to get back. And they attack the pressure there in the first field goal for the Eagles.
That was a nice drive by Dean. Had the advantage and just took it strong and finished strong at the hoop.
Driving baseline, Armstrong kicks it into the Erickson. Erickson right side to Scharf. Back over to Royer in the corner. That's Armstrong just below us. Armstrong takes a tough contested shot from 8 feet away along the baseline. Really kind of forced it. And from that angle, did not get it. And Avery Dean clears things off the right side. Eagles have their first opportunity for a lead.
Yeah, just trying to float it up there and didn't have the right angle at all.
And Sodawasser cutting back door, kicks it right side, and they'll work it back over left side. Sarazua on the wing, 15-footer, short, grazed the bottom of the net. Trying to save the rebound back in bounces Avery Dean, actually Schmeeler that is, but it goes into the hands of the Warriors. And driving in is Erickson. Nobody stops the ball. She drives in left side, uses the right hand, and it's 6-3 here. It is again the Warriors doubling up the Eagles right now.
I think that's something Erickson has really grown into, is being able to drive and finish.
Sodawasser had the ball knocked away. Armstrong tried to save it at center court, but instead it goes back to Sarazua. However, it is a 10-second violation as the Eagles do not get it into the front court in time. Meanwhile, our first substitution of the night for Clayton Ridge, it will be Adeline Helly, a 6-foot freshman, making her first appearance. Mallory Dean checks out. Meanwhile, Armstrong checking out for Central. Their first substitution into the ball game is number 15, and that is Zoe Armstrong, a freshman. So left side, it is Erickson who drives baseline and wraparound pass in the corner. That's Armstrong. Right side for three. Leaves it short. Erickson saves the rebound underneath. However, it goes into the hands of Schmeeler, and the Eagles have the basketball. Halfway through quarter number one, Royer knocked it away from Schmeeler. Just about picked the pocket, but instead she kicks it out of bounds, and the Eagles take it in the backcourt.
Yeah, and the Warriors putting on light pressure, but enough. It's really bothering the Eagles here, and they're having a hard time getting it up the court.
Score to pass along tonight, Edco and East Buchanan. It is Edco leading 29-22. That ball game is at the half. We'll update you on that ball game and a number of other games tonight. Meanwhile, the Eagles push it up far sideline in an uncontested pass that goes off the hands out of bounds, and it goes back to the Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors going to reset here, looking for a way to attack this 2-3 zone, and haven't quite figured out where those gaps are quite yet.
Back out on top, Royer with the basketball. Left side to Erickson, off a pick, open, left wing for three, got it! Erickson, the three. 3.5 to go, opening act, and a 9-3 lead for the Warriors.
And here's that full court pressure, like a 1-2-2 pressure trying to slow down the Eagles.
And in the offensive end, there is a foul called as Royer, riding the hip of Schmeeler into the offensive end, made some contact, and that is the second whistle against the Warriors, and that is the first committed on Royer.
Yep, they're going to reset here, and they're still in their girl-to-girl defense here. Emerson's got Helly inside, so we're going to watch that matchup.
Inbounds to Sodawasser, knocked away by Zoe Armstrong by the UIC logo on the offensive end for Clayton Ridge, but it last touched by the Warriors, and it goes back to Clayton Ridge. They'll move about 10 feet further down the sideline on the left side. Inbounds, they work it back Schmeeler. Schmeeler, step behind the arc for three. Short, wedged it. And the rebound pulled down by Royer. Long shot leads to a long rebound. But good job by the Eagles getting back. Right side, Erickson open for three off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Sharf. Her putback no good, but fouled underneath as she had established inside position. And it will be Blair Sharf to the free throw line for two.
Well, and you look at their stats from a year ago, and their free throw shooting was down a little bit. Central usually a really strong free throw shooting team, and I know Coach Wiley wants to get back to that where they're a threat whether they're driving or shooting free throws.
And usually they lead the conference in free throw attempts. Free throw by Sharf, it is good, which is a good sign if you're Central.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to see him getting to the free throw line, but now you want to make those free throws.
Erickson checks out. Oakley Armstrong back into the ball game. And Sharf, after the first free throw, gives the Warriors a 7-point lead. Second free throw being eyed by Sharf. High arcing free throw off the front of the rim. Rolls off the front of the rim. It is no good. Helly gets the rebound underneath for the Eagles. Sarazua in the offensive end. Good job by Central getting back. Sodawasser left side to Schmeeler. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Helly turnaround post-up shot. Banks it long from just off the left block. Rebound pulled down there by Central with Blair Sharf. In the offensive end is Armstrong, Oakley that is, and hands it to Royer on the right wing. Eagles continue that 2-3 zone. In the lane area to Royer, double team, kicks it left side, Sharf open, left wing, fires up the three, aired it out long. And the rebound pulled down by Sodawasser. 19 feet 9 inches, about 21.5 on that shot.
A little too much mustard on that shot.
And across the timeline is again Sodawasser. Goes off a pick, drives in, stops at the block, recovers, hands it to Sarazua. Her 17-foot jump shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down there by Helly, who took a quick shot, missed it, left it short. And here's Sharf ahead of the pack. And the ball goes into the hands of Royer on a deflection. She'll score the right-handed layup. Nice bounce by the Warriors. They lead by 9, and they want a timeout. 2:04 left in the opening act. Warriors a good start here at home. They lead 12-3.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Our first time out of the ball game taken by Clayton Ridge. The Warriors, by the way, are on an 8-0 run right now. 2:04 to go in our first quarter. And really, they haven't forced a ton of turnovers. They've just been really good in the half-court offense so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Run their half court, and in the defensive end, the Warriors have done a great job of one and done for the Eagles. And we're going to have somebody come off. I think we had somebody check in for the Eagles, and nobody came out yet.
And our officials, realizing it's early in the year, let Schmeeler check out. Into the game is number 20, Ellie Smith. And again, this is another freshman coming into the ball game for Clayton Ridge. Full court pressure by Central, 1-2-2 pressure, and inbounds to Sarazua. Sarazua brings it across the timeline quickly offensively, and again drives right side, but cut off by Embertson on the help. On top there, they work it to Ostrander, who also came in. Emery Ostrander drives left side, uses the glass with the left-handed layup, and again, you get Young off the bench, but we talk about that potential they really feel that they have. And by the way, Hayden Reimer, who is a sophomore into the game, a 5'3 sophomore. And here's a post-up shot by Embertson, turn from the left block, middle of the lane, left it short, and the rebound pulled down there by Clayton Ridge. Left side open for three, left wing banks it in. It is Ellie Smith with the bank staying open late on this Tuesday night. And suddenly the Eagles back within 4.
And I think Helly got a piece of that last ball by Embertson, so a good matchup inside with both of them having some size.
And right side, they try to go to Scharf, knocked away, but Scharf drives baseline and loses the basketball, dribble it off her foot. And after that timeout, as the Warriors took a timeout with an 8-0 run, since that timeout, quick baskets by Clayton Ridge brings them back within 4.
Yeah, gets them within a couple possessions here, and a couple more subs here for Central.
Yeah, into the game is number 24, Natalia Singleton. She's a sophomore. Number 11 into the game, and Maya Gregerson. She is also a sophomore. Meanwhile, full-court pressure, and we've got a tie-up. They worked it inbounds there to Smith, and Smith quickly timed up by Scharf. It's a turnover. Alternate possession rule gives it to the Warriors.
And Briley Erickson came back off the bench, too, so 3 fresh set of legs in there for the Warriors.
And again, it's early in the season, and Central playing last night, so they want to, again, spell some girls in this ballgame if they can. Inbound, Scharf rolls right to the right side, but misses the shot. Maybe got too far from the right side underneath the basket. Played Annie over, and Helly gets the rebound, and the Eagles back in the offensive end. Sarazua has it knocked away. Loose ball on the court. We've got 3 girls diving for it. That's Helly. Also there is Sarazua, and for the Warriors, it is Erickson. It is a jump ball, and let's keep it down here with Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think the last jump ball went this direction, so we're going to keep it with Clayton Ridge and give them another shot at it, left side of their own hoop.
53 seconds to go here in our opening quarter, and it will be taking it out of bounds. Number 20, Ellie Smith. Meanwhile, our scores table has beat the horn. They may have a question on the possession rule, but the possession...
They just had a jump ball down here.
30 seconds ago, we just had a jump ball at the other end. So it should be Clayton Ridge's ball, and our officials are describing that situation right now.
Yeah, they're like, we just had one. It didn't get switched, so we got to make sure we switch it. But now it's pointed the right direction. We're ready to rock.
Always good to be sure. So as we mentioned, it's early in the season, right?
Yeah, everybody's figuring things
We're
out.
not in mid-season form yet. Inbounds to Helly, catches it, launches an 8-footer from just off the rim, no good. Gets her own rebound, put back, leaves it strong. The rebound knocked out of bounds off the right side by Ostrander, and it goes back to Central.
You know, these youngsters for Clayton Ridge are not scared of shooting the ball and trying to score. We just got to find that hoop a little more consistently.
Left side in the offensive end is Gregerson. Gregerson drives baseline, tried to pass it along the baseline, but it's deflected out of bounds by Clayton Ridge and Ostrander, and they will take it off the left side of the basket. Meanwhile, Singleton quickly back out of the ball game for Central. Into the ball game is once again Embretson at the post. And off the left side of the basket, Erickson takes it inbounds. Erickson looking to roll, nothing doing. Back out on top to Ostrander. So Armstrong. Right side, they go in the lane, down low, post-up shot by Emerson. It is blocked. Good straight-up defense by Helly. Helly with the block and the board. Back in the offensive end, now comes Reimer. 25 seconds left in the quarter, and Gregerson, a reach-in foul on top And the Eagles will take it out of bounds here on the sideline in front of the Central bench.
You know, Helly's only a freshman, but she is definitely a force on the defensive end. It's hard to shoot over with that height and that length.
Yeah, 6 foot, and again, that is a presence down low. Inbounds to Reimer. Reimer in the lane, and I believe traveled with the basketball. It was going to be a turnover either way because she had worked into a double team, and the ball goes back there to the Warriors. So let's see if Central can work for the last shot of the quarter.
Yeah, shot clock's off here. We're under 15.
And Scharf walks it into the offensive end and then bounces it over to Erickson. Erickson left side to Gregerson. Figured they'll run some sort of a set here, and they're looking for Erickson on the weak side. Back out on top to Armstrong. That's Erickson open, right wing, fires up the three, leaves it long, rebound knocked out of there, and it goes out of bounds as the opening quarter comes to an end. The early lead for Central, 12-8. We've played one. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Combine strong winds with icy conditions, and you have a winter storm recipe for downed power lines and outages. Get prepared now. Put together a kit to help keep everyone safe and warm during a winter storm emergency. Have extra blankets handy and stock up on water, flashlights, non-perishable food, essential medicines, and more. Your electric cooperative cares about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touch-tone energy cooperative.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Morris Funeral Home in Guttenberg and Garnavillo, Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Bender's Foods in Guttenberg, Mobile Track Solutions in Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, and by St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. So 12-8 our score in the opening quarter. Warriors in the lead. What do we have for shooting stats?
For the Warriors, they were 5 of 15, so 33%, 1 of 6 behind the arc, 4 of 9 inside of it, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. For the Eagles, they were 3 of 13, 1 of 4 behind the arc, 2 of 9 otherwise, and also 1 of 2 from the free throw line. They had 4 turnovers in that first half.
Scharf, Erickson, Oakley, Armstrong, Royer, and Embretson. As the Warriors have the ball, they reverse it left side to Erickson. Drives in, pulls up, a little 8-footer along the baseline, left it short. Reimer gets the rebound. Reimer, Helly, also out there as well for them, and they try to work it ahead to Dean, Mallory Dean. She's overshot. Also out there is number 21. That will be Emery Ostrander, and number 20, Ellie Smith. I believe we got the 5 girls that are out there for Clayton Ridge. So a lot of youth on the court right now for the Eagles. And back over left side, it is Scharf. Scharf on top to Armstrong. Armstrong right wing, and Armstrong double dribbled with the basketball. Unforced turnover. How do we sit turnover-wise?
Clayton Ridge is now sitting at 5. Central's got 2. And, some of those are youthful turnovers for the Eagles, but some of it has to do with this pressure. And they just brought in another substitute. They brought Zoe Armstrong back in to help with that full court pressure.
She checks in for Oakley Armstrong. Backcourt to Reimer. Reimer has to track it down, and they work it back into the offensive end. Now in the lane to Helly. Left block, turns, fires up the 6-footer. Left side, no good. Rebound pulled down there by Armstrong, and that is again Zoe Armstrong, and then has the ball knocked away as the Eagles continue to stay down there defensively. The ball goes back to Central. The Eagles look like they were maybe thinking about a little pressure there, but they will fall back into a 2-3 zone.
Well, I think a little ball pressure there on the rebound. Just, they know the youth of the younger Armstrong out there just pressured the ball until she could get it into a more advanced senior there.
Erickson right side to Scharf. Scharf back out on top to Zoe Armstrong, and again, that's a freshman. Left wing to Erickson. Erickson drives baseline, and again, wraparound pass to Zoe Armstrong. Right side open for 3. Got it. Good ball reversal there by the Warriors. The assist to Erickson. They lead 15-8.
And here comes that pressure, off the ball pressure, so they're going to try to trap when they can.
And the ball intercepted by Erickson. Erickson drives in, flips up the layup. It is no good and fouled by Ellie Smith. So the Warriors create a turnover off their pressure. They'll go to the free throw line with Erickson for 2.
And just as we say that, just that turnover happened, Schmealer's going to check back into the ball game for the Eagles.
As will Sodawasser for Clayton Ridge. At the free throw line is Erickson. She has 2. The foul again committed on Ellie Smith, her first. Free throw off the back of the rim. She'll get another opportunity. Meanwhile, Oakley Armstrong comes back into the game for the Warriors. And it will be Scharf checking out. Reimer has checked out along with Ellie Smith for Clayton Ridge. They did play JV games tonight, full JV games, girls and boys, which is great to see.
Great to see out of both of these schools.
Erickson's second free throw, it is good, makes 1 of 2, and it's 16-8 here. Again, we're this year, Postville without a girls team. Starmont without a varsity team as well. Clayton Ridge beats the pressure. Left side to Emery Ostrander. Drives in and out of control layup. No good. Rebound into the hands in the middle of the lane there to Mallory Dean, who banks it up and in. Mallory Dean kept it alive. Eagles climb back within 6. Royer in the offensive end, in the lane to Embretson. Reverses it right side. Oakley Armstrong has a lane to the basket, but quickly cut off. Feeds it back right side where it goes into the hands of Scharf. It was deflected. Erickson, middle of the lane, pulls up. 6-foot runner, up and in. Got into that 2-3 zone at the top. Slid right through, and the Warriors lead by 8.
Yeah, step between those two guards in the top, and nobody picked her up.
And Ostrander beats the pressure. Drives in left side into a double team, but tries to get out of there. It's into the hands of Erickson. It is a turnover. Erickson drives right side. Pass middle of the lane to Royer. Royer's right-handed layup. It is blocked. Getting back with Schmeeler defensively, but the Warriors last touch it underneath the basket, and it goes back to the Eagles. Good hustle by Clayton Ridge, stopping that fast break opportunity.
Well, that was great hustle by Royer to be in the right place, and a great pass by Erickson, but nice block there by Clayton Ridge to prevent that runaway score.
A score. South Wind leads North Fayette Valley 17-10 in the second quarter of that ball game. Meanwhile, as Sodawasser comes into the offensive end, double team, tried to step right through it, travels with the basketball, and it goes back there to the Warriors.
Yeah, the turnovers are starting to pile up here on the Eagles. They're up to 8, 4 in each quarter so far.
Yeah, and this is a case of if they get it down to 20 turnovers or below, they're going to be thrilled. And on top is Royer. Royer, left side. Erickson, open, left wing, launches the three. It's off the side of the rim on the right side. Left it long. Sodawasser gets the rebound. Back into the offensive end. Sodawasser stopped by Royer. Sodawasser cut off there, needs some help, and tried to work it on top. It's knocked away by Erickson. Thought she had the steal, but able to go into the backcourt to get it is Emery Ostrander, and then a foul as the Warriors continue to pressure, and Erickson commits the first foul on Central here in our second quarter.
Yeah, just coming from the backside there and made a little too much contact. Had a shot at the ball, but that contact came first.
The small school division of the Upper Iowa Conference, Turkey Valley, and again, is going to be in the mix. That's a pretty decent team. Clayton Ridge saw them last week. Meanwhile, the Eagles lose the basketball in the offensive end, and saving it in the corner there, tracking it down is Emery Ostrander on an errant pass on the inbounds, and wisely throws it off the leg of a Warrior out of bounds, and the Eagles maintain possession.
And looks like the Warriors are going to reset here, go back to their girl-to-girl defense.
And off the right side, they get it inbounds to Sodawasser on the right wing. Sodawasser, left side to Emery Ostrander. Cut off on the baseline. Spins into Helly on the shot in the left block. Played Annie over. Banked it long. It is no good. Embretson gets the rebound. Erickson back into the offensive end. Right side to number 22. And that is Peyton Stannard just checked into the ball game. Left side. Royer open. Left side for three. And leaves it short. Aired it out. And the rebound pulled down there by Helly. We've played 3 minutes plus in our second quarter. And the Warriors lead by 8. Sodawasser off a pick right side into a double team, and I believe she carried with the basketball. Nope, she dribbled it out of bounds. Coach Wiley right in front of him. He was there to help make the call, and the ball goes back to the Warriors.
Yeah, it looks like Blair Scharf and Zoe Armstrong going to check in. Peyton Standards checking out, and Royer checked out for the Warriors.
Meanwhile, Sodawasser checks out for Clayton Ridge. Back into the ball game for the Eagles there is, I believe, that is number 12 back into the ball game in Avery Dean. So right side, Armstrong that is, in the offensive end. Left side to Scharf. Scharf back out on top to Erickson, moving against this 2-3 zone. Spins, left side to Scharf, wide open, left wing, fires up the three, leaves it short, no good. And Helly able to seal out Embretson behind her and get the rebound for the Eagles. Schmeeler back into the offensive end for Clayton Ridge. And back left side along the baseline area, that is Dean, Avery Dean. Left side, they launch a three. Left side, that is Emery Ostrander for three. Got it. And the Eagles climb back within 5.
And the young freshman's got 5 points here in the first half.
Then a spark off the bench for Clayton Ridge. Erickson in the lane to Embretson. Right side, Scharf. Right side for three. Tries to answer. Pops in and out. Did everything but go down. And the rebound knocked away there. Good hustle by Mallory Dean. Getting the board off the left side for the Eagles. Quickly back offensively, Ostrander. Ostrander back over, left wing to Mallory Dean. In the lane, it is again to Helly. Her shot from off the left block, it is no good. Weak side rebound pulled down by Avery Dean. Her putback shot from off the right block was blocked, as it turns out. And as the Warriors try to push it into the offensive end, they throw it away. Scharf tried to lead Embretson ahead of the pack. And you get a block and a stop on one end, you turn it back over on the other.
Maya Gregerson's going to check in. It looks like Oakley Armstrong's going to check out, but the turnovers that the Warriors have are aggressive, turnovers, trying to push the ball, trying to attack. I think Clayton Ridge is just having a hard time taking care of the basketball right now.
Emery Ostrander stops her dribble at the top of the key. Left side to Avery Dean. In the lane to Helly. Shot from the left block. It is no good. Partially blocked there by Embretson. And the rebound pulled down there by the Warriors. Back offensively, Gregerson stumbling, gets the ball to Embretson. Her shot no good. And a foul called there on Helly as Embretson had established position. She'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, that time, nice positioning by Embretson. Used her body well to jump right up into the outstretched arms of Helly and gets the call that time, so she's going to have to go earn them from the free throw line.
And again, Warriors getting to the line. First foul committed by Helly. Free throw on its way by Embretson, and it is good. 19-13. Warriors have not trailed in this ball game. They lead right now by 6. Meanwhile, Helly checks out. And as we mentioned, the Eagles getting a lot shorter. And I'm saying that because the 6-foot Helly checked out and the 5'1" Sarazua came in. I'm saying that just they have one legitimate post player.
Yeah, they have one tall, post player, and the rest do a great job with what they've got.
Second free throw rolls around. It is no good. So it's 19-13 as Schmeeler gets the rebound. Back into the offensive end and losing the basketball out of bounds. Actually, Central knocked it away. Good defense there as Zoe Armstrong had jumped the passing lane. She touched it out of bounds. And the Eagles will take it out of bounds there on the far sideline, down where normally the students used to sit, but they're the pep band's playing tonight, so they're down on the other end. So Schmeeler with it, right side. I think it is Ostrander, stopped on the right block and covered, needs some help, and coming over to help out is Avery Dean. Dean back out on top, in and out of the hands of Ostrander, could not hang on to it there in a high pass, and the Eagles turned it over, and the ball goes back to the Warriors. So you mentioned the turnovers mounting up, and neither coach pleased to see that.
Well, the Eagles are up to 10 turnovers now. Central doing a much better job. They've only got 3, so valuing the value of that ball so much more.
Erickson, left wing area to Scharf. Scharf baseline to Erickson, left corner right below us. And they'll bring it back over to Scharf. She's open now from the left corner for 3. Got it. And it's 22-13. Warriors go up by 9. Biggest lead of the half.
And I think they're going to need, long stretch. They're going to need Scharf to be able to knock that shot down here and there. And that was a nice shot by Blair.
Ostrander drives baseline, stops inside the block, and his ball quickly tied up. It was actually ended up being taken away by Zoe Armstrong, but they call a jump ball. The Eagles will maintain possession down here.
Yeah, they're going to take it off on the left side of their own hoop, but dangerous giving up that ball underneath the hoop.
Schmeeler checks out. Hayden Reimer into the ball game for the Eagles. So both these teams have went, 9 deep?
About 9, yeah. 8, 9 deep.
Well, and without Kamaya Millard for Clayton Ridge, they've actually played everybody on the bench tonight.
Yeah, and we didn't expect to see her tonight. She is dressed, did warm up, but Coach Livingston didn't expect to play here probably much.
Kiara Willett-Gaw, another junior there. Again, on the roster for Clayton Ridge. Meanwhile, on top, Gregerson knocks it into the backcourt, slides down, saves the ball, but she traveled with the basketball. Great hustle as she knocked the ball away from Emery Ostrander, sliding on the court, and she turned over, and that's the reason for the travel.
Yeah, she did a great job, got on the floor, had possession, but as soon as she rolled over, that's what caused that travel, so give the ball right back to the Eagles.
Reimer into the offensive end to Mallory Dean. Right back to Reimer. She's got a lane to the basket, but a nice job by Singleton. Reimer, however, steps behind the arc for 3, aired it out long. It is no good. Singleton tumbled to the court and is down, and for Central there, Coach Wiley quickly up there as a spin by Singleton there as she hit the floor. And it looks to me like there's a bit of a limp as she makes her way to the sideline area.
Yeah, it looks like probably an ankle there. She's walking a little gingerly there and hit the floor, hit the deck pretty hard there.
And by the way, Singleton was getting ready to come out of the ball game anyway as Emerson comes back in. So inside 2 minutes left in our first half. And Erickson across the timeline offensively. The Eagles have just played that 2-3 zone. They've been active out of it. Erickson, left corner, right below us, open for a moment, but quickly closed down. Erickson drives in, a little 8-foot runner, no good. Embretson, the offensive rebound, banks it up and in. 24-13, Warriors go up by double digits, 90 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, pulling away a little bit here. They'd like to extend this lead. If you're the Eagles, got to cut into it somehow.
And Reimer, right wing area with it. Cross-court pass, trying to go to Sarazua, and it goes from one side, sails it out of bounds, and that's a pass that's just tough. You never like to see that over-the-top pass. There's got to be a little ball movement in there in the middle of that.
It's an easy pass to take away as a defender, and it's also easy to throw it high, and that's exactly what happened. That pass just went a little too high out of reach.
And Scharf walks it across the timeline. Left wing area now to Erickson. Erickson baseline to Scharf and quickly picked up there. And Scharf goes back into the corner to Erickson. Erickson bounced past to Embretson. Post-up shot, spins, right side, shot no good. And a nice rebound by Mallory Dean. Able to tip the ball to herself. Eagles boxing out well there. They had sealed everything underneath. Sarah Zua back in the offensive end. Left side to Dean. Dean around Embretson. The shot, it is up. It is in. Foul, count the basket. Awkward looking. Took it a little bit off balance off the left block area. She'll go to the free throw line on a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, the sophomore Mallory Dean hesitated, didn't know what hand she wanted to use. Ended up using the left hand, but just kind of crawled over the top of the basket and went in and got the foul. So chance for a three-point play.
So checking out is Avery Dean for Clayton Ridge. Also, Emery Ostrander checks out. And at the free throw line is once again Mallory Dean. Free throw banks it long. It is no good. Rebound goes back to the shooter, and she saves it back to Reimer. Good hustle by the Eagles. They'll get another possession. This could be a 4 or 5 point possession for them.
This could be a big swing for the Eagles, but they got to capitalize.
Sodawasser, who just came back in, steps between the defenders in the lane, but took an extra step. Traveled with the basketball, and the Eagles just end up with the 2 points that time down.
Yeah,
Zoe Armstrong, by the way, checks out of the ball game, and checking back in for them is Peyton Stannard.
Yeah, had a chance to maybe put a dent in this, but going to come away with just the 2 points.
Backcourt area, Scharf. Scharf to Erickson. Erickson across the timeline, and there is a foul, little hand check from behind. That is only the third foul on the Eagles. By the way, 32.4 seconds to go in the half, so the shot clock goes off now.
Yeah, and that was a little full court pressure that time by the Eagles, a little 2-1-2.
Meanwhile, they throw it over the top. Central does to Embretson, who misses a wide open layup. Maybe caught it in an awkward position and had a wide open look from the right side. Never got a chance to maybe set with the ball, and the shot ends up being long. Meanwhile, Reimer back into the offensive end. That last foul was called, by the way, on Ellie Smith, her second. The right side, Scharf on defense there. They go in the lane to Dean, and there's a 3-second violation with Clayton Ridge. And with 9.6 seconds to go, the Warriors will have to go the length of the court. And again, Eagles picking them up here with what looks like full court girl-to-girl pressure. And as I say that, it's a 1-2-2 look. Backcourt area to Erickson. Erickson across the timeline offensively. Tried to go in the lane. It's knocked away, picked up by Sodawasser, and that's how the first half comes to an end. Warriors have led from the get-go. Eagles working their way back into a single-digit deficit. We're at the half, 24-15. Central in the lead. Back with first-half stats and scores from across the area. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports. Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're well living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular, security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
If you feel lost in the big chain store pharmacies, take the time to stop at a Nightingale Drug and visit with us about our services, such as one-on-one consulting, free local delivery, competitive pricing with most insurance plans, and Medicare accepted. We'll make the transition quick and easy for you. Come to the people you know and trust. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town family-friendly business in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. And by Bacon Concrete in Postville. At the half, it is 24-15 our score. It is a 9-point lead for Central, led by 4 at the half. They outscored Clayton Ridge 12-7 in the second quarter. A couple of scores to pass along. Edco defeating East Buchanan tonight, 61-51. That is a final score. And South Wind leads North Fayette Valley at the half, 23-16. Meanwhile, at the end of the first quarter, it is MFL Marmac leading Waukon 17-13. We'll continue to keep you up to date on that ball game. Meanwhile, we turn things over to Coach Aaron Hammond. Let's start with our first half stats, and let's start for the Warriors with that 9-point lead.
Yeah, the Warriors were led by Bradley Erickson with 8 points, 7 points for Layla Embertson, 4 points for Blair Scharf, 3 points for Zoe Armstrong, 2 points for Katie Royer, 24 points tonight in that first half. They were 9 of 28 overall, 3 of 12 behind the arc at 25%, 3 of 6 from the free throw line for 50%, shooting 32% in that first half, 5 turnovers for the Warriors.
All right, then that's really kind of the difference in the ball game. Even though Clayton Ridge has done a better job handling the ball, it kind of wore on them as the second quarter continued. Let's go to the stats now for the Eagles.
For the Eagles, they are led by Mallory Dean with 6 points, Emery Ostrander with 5 points, 3 points for Ellie Smith, 1 point for Alyssa Sodawasser, so 15 points. They were 13 of 23, that's 26%, 2 of 6 behind the arc, and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 14 turnovers for the Eagles in that first
half. All right, what was that shooting percentage once again?
26%.
All right, and what was the shooting total?
They were 6 of 23.
6 of 23 in the first half there. So again, getting some shots, that's the good news there. But you mentioned the turnovers working the way up for Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, that first half, or the first quarter they had 4, but they had 10 in that second half. And you saw the defense for Central kind of turn up a little bit. You remember Central did play last night against a really good Maquoketa Valley team, and you could just feel like their legs were maybe a little out of it. They looked a whole lot smoother in the second quarter.
So it's a 9-point lead for Central at the half. When we return, we'll talk about the boys' game coming a little bit later on. A couple of contenders, certainly in the small school side of the conference. We'll talk about that and have second action of our girls' game. This is KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
Central State Bank provides a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you won't deal with a branch or department. You'll deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
Experience high-speed fiber internet through Neat's fiber optic network with speeds now available up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, and Postville. Don't forget, you no longer need to carry a phone line when you subscribe to internet in one of Neat's Freedom Plans. For more information on how to upgrade your services and the best pricing, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. Neat, connecting you now.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Carr Auto Group online at KARAutogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. And Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. At the half, it is 24-15. Coming up, we've got our boys game a little bit later on tonight. And this is where there's going to be a big difference for Central and for Clayton Ridge. On the small school side of the conference, they suddenly are the experienced teams on that side of the conference. 8 seniors, both teams.
They are. Both of those teams, it feels like Central has been young for so long, and some of those guys are finally getting up there to be, juniors, seniors, and it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this new division in the Upper Iowa Conference. But I think they're going to like the fact that, hey, we get to play teams our size twice. Still have to cross over and play those bigger schools, but I think they're both going to benefit from this when it comes to record.
I think it's those 2 teams in Turkey Valley. I think those are your 3 teams on the small school side, Postville and West Central. They'll have better seasons this year because, again, playing the competition that they're playing, they don't have to play MFL Marmac twice. You don't have to play North Fayette Valley twice. That changes the schedule there. But that's a big, important game for the boys' side for the season opener for both those teams. Well, I check that. Central boys played last night.
Yeah, Central boys played last night, but as far as conference opener, yeah, that's a huge contest to kind of start things, maybe set the tone for the rest of the year for both of these teams.
And they gave us 2 really good ball games a season ago, so hoping for game number 1 tonight. It's a good one. And again, that it will be our first, this ball game tonight, our first girls and boys doubleheaders of the season. We'll continue on Friday nights, and we'll step over to the Tri-Rivers Conference, North Cedar and Edco. That is a 5:30 start for that game on Friday nights. So
having 2 gyms is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, that's nice. So we'll be early. We'll be the early show next Friday night. Meanwhile, we had a quad here tonight. Not horrible tonight.
No, well, when you have enough kids and, they all get a chance to play, well officiated, boy, it was nice to see this game start on time, and we're excited.
Yeah, we weren't starting at 7 o'clock tonight. That's always a good sign. Meanwhile, let's talk about the second half of this girls' game for Clayton Ridge, and this is going to be a theme for much of the season that they're going to have to work on, and that is the turnovers.
The turnovers, and, I think they've gotten the shots that they want to get, but, a lot of times it's one and done. It's hard to get those rebounds, and, you lose a possession. That's a shot opportunity, and with a young team, you want all the shot opportunities you can get.
And that was the story against Turkey Valley the other night, is the fact that Turkey Valley had twice as many shots in that ball game, more scoring opportunities. Warriors ball to start the second half. It'll be Oakley Armstrong, Erickson, Scharf, Embretson, and Royer. Eagles have lived in that 2-3 zone. It's been pretty good in the half court. Erickson left side to Armstrong, and they work a backside screen. Scharf is open right out of the timeout. A backdoor screen to Scharf. She banks it up and in. They run a set out of the half.
Well,
they're back up by double digits.
Give kudos to Katie Royer because she's had a beautiful screen for that backdoor.
Sarah Zua, Sodawasser, Schmeeler. Also out there is number 11 in Mallory Dean, and the other player out there is number 12 in Avery Dean. Meanwhile, who took the shot there offensively?
That was Schmeeler.
Schmeeler took the shot. No good. There's a jump ball going for the rebound underneath, and the Eagles will get it back.
Yeah, quick shot there, but came up a little short.
And the Eagles haven't been bad in the half court running their offense. It's just getting into that point. Sodawasser double teamed, has the ball knocked away. It is deflected, but into the hands of Dean. And taking the shot there is Avery Dean from the elbow. It is no good, left it short. Royer saves the rebound back to Scharf. Central back in the offensive end. Scharf, good job by Eagles getting back. Royer open, right side for three, got it. Is that Royer's first basket of the night?
That's her second basket, but that's her first three.
And she swished it, but the net got caught. So it's 29-15. Warriors extending things here with the first 5 points of our second half.
Well, we saw that out of Royer last year. She's able to knock down that shot. When she's given time, gets her feet under her, she can knock it down and makes her a dual threat inside and outside.
All right, back offensively.
And here's a steal by Royer.
Royer stole it away from Sarazua. Sarazua to Erickson. Erickson crossover dribble. The layup. It is up. It is in. Fouled. Count the basket. And the Warriors start the second half on a 7-0 run. They go up by 16.
Yeah, that was a nice steal there by Royer, getting it ahead to Erickson. Erickson in attack mode, able to get the bucket and get the foul. She goes to the line for the traditional three-point
But there's
play.
a turnover leading to a fast break opportunity. So the free throw being eyed by Erickson, and she finishes off that three-point play. So this is suddenly a 17-point lead. 8-0 run in the first minute and 4 seconds of our third quarter.
Yeah, Central's just kind of put it to them here to start this third quarter.
Sodawasser left side to Sarazua. Sarazua back out on top now to Dean, and they try to go right side, and that was that time Mallory Dean to Avery Dean, but overshot her out of bounds, and it's a turnover by Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, little high there, and just not able to wrangle that in.
So this is for the Eagles, part of the young team that we've mentioned about here. And this is some of the growing pains we're going to go through, again, from time to time. Erickson, left side in the corner, down to Embertson on the block. Post-up shot, leaves it long. Royer comes in, had the rebound knocked away over top, and they say last touch by Royer off the right side. That's the touch they're looking for with Embertson, though.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to get it inside. She is really good around the block, able to make that shot left side, right side, doesn't really matter. And she has good vision to be able to kick it out when needed.
Central, by the way, not full court pressing Clayton Ridge to start this half. Sarazua left side to Schmeeler. Schmeeler back out on top to Sodawasser.
Get personalized
Sodawasser
clothing
works
for
things
your
offensively
school.
as we bumped the button there. And back over, the Eagles turn it over again as they try to go left side, and an errant pass goes out of bounds.
Well, that was the defense of Oakley Armstrong there. Just tipped that ball right into the defender, and she ends up kicking it out of bounds.
So across the timeline is Scharf. 2 minutes into our third quarter, and Armstrong back over to Royer. Royer left side to Scharf. Scharf's got a lane to the basket. Double team. Good cutoff by the Eagles. Back to Erickson. Right side. That's Oakley Armstrong. Right side for three. Got it. What a start to the second half for the Warriors. An 11-0 run, and they lead by 20.
And we have another net got stuck there. Oakley Armstrong's shot did the same thing. Swished it. Got the net stuck.
So their threes have been impressive. Meanwhile, the Eagles have 4 girls at the scorer's table. Helly comes in. Also checking in will be Reimer and Ostrander, and also coming into the ballgame for them is Smith. Meanwhile, checking out the Dean, Schmeeler, Sarazua, and also Sodawasser, and that was number 12, Avery Dean, who checked out. Mallory Dean stays on the court for the Eagles. Yep. And again, 11-0 run. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, you wonder if a timeout's not coming here pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe. If they're having a hard time getting a good look here, they might take a timeout.
And left side, cut off on the baseline is Emery Ostrander. Back over to Reimer. Reimer stops the dribble, throws the ball away. It's intercepted by Scharf. And by the way, that timeout's coming. Scharf drives in right side, lays it up, lays it in. It is now 37-15. We saw Coach Livingston up for a second there.
I thought for sure she was going to take a timeout.
But to left side now to Helly. Her shot from the left block. Banked it just long. Too much oomph on it. Rebound pulled down there by Emery Ostrander. Ostrander back in the lane to Dean. Dean double team and bumped as she drove to the middle of the lane. And that's the first whistle on the Warriors here in the second half. Yeah, I thought the timeout was coming too.
I did too. I saw her stand up. And you've got a young team here. You're kind of losing their way. Central's on a pretty big run here, a chance to maybe settle the nerves, calm them down, and get them focused on what you want to work on.
Reimer checks out. Back into the ballgame for them is Sarazua. Meanwhile, MFL Marmac leads Waukon 26-20 at the half. And we'll continue to keep you up to date. Inbounds pass thrown right to Scharf. Scharf was right in front there of the player in Mallory Dean. Meanwhile, Scharf throws the ball away. Then Erickson strips it away from Mallory Dean. So it touches 4 players. And I don't know if anybody really had possession, but they're going to give it back to Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, they pointed to Central, but I think this is going back Clayton Ridge. That came off of Erickson.
So Sarazua takes it just inside the backcourt area. Gets it inbounds to Dean. Dean knocked away from behind. Royer picked her pocket. And here's the numbers. Oakley Armstrong, crossover dribble. She traveled with it. She had the right idea. She wanted to drive to the right side for a layup. Warriors get the steal, but they turn it back over.
Yeah, right idea. They're in attack mode, and you can see the frustration on Clay Armstrong's face. I know what I wanted to do. My feet just didn't do it the right way.
Left wing area, Eagles needing a basket on top to Ellie Smith. Smith in the lane to Helly. Post-up shot 8 feet away off the back of the rim. Had a good look. And the rebound by Sarazua. Back in the lane to Dean. Stripped out of there by Royer on the way up. Royer slides on the court, tries to save it, and it's tracked down by Embretson. You love the hustle there. And the Warriors quickly back into the offensive end. Right side, it is Scharf. And to Scharf to Erickson, left wing to Armstrong. In the lane, Embretson. Embretson swings it right side. Royer open, right side for 3, leaves it short. Embretson the rebound, saves it back. Erickson left side, launches up the 3. That's off the back of the rim. Helly tips out the rebound, but it's tracked down by Scharf. And then Scharf stepped out of bounds on the far baseline area, and it goes back to the Eagles.
Yeah, a couple of good looks there, and that's what I was talking about with Embretson. When she knows she's covered, she finds that open girl. Katie Royer had an open look. Briley Erickson had an open look. Nobody could knock it down.
Mallory Dean checks out. Avery Dean into the ball game. Oakley Armstrong checks out for the Warriors. And into the game is Gregerson. Also coming back into the game for them is number 22 in Peyton Standard. Meanwhile, the Eagles in the lane. Sarazua lost the basketball.
Blocked there by
Embretson there took it away. So Scharf back into the offensive end. Eagles have not scored for 4 minutes. On top, Embretson. Right side to Royer. Royer back over on top to Scharf. In the lane, try to go to Gregerson. Intercepted by Sarazua. Nice job by the guard dropping in there to clog that passing lane. Meanwhile, Smith back out on top to Sarazua. Left side open on the wing. That is the jump shot. Eyed there by Emery Ostrander. Hits it from the left wing. It is good. And it's the first basket of the Eagles here. And it's now 37-17 in this third quarter.
Yeah, they went over 4 minutes without scoring to start that third quarter.
And they try to pick up some pressure, but Scharf drives by. Right side, Gregerson, right wing for 3. Aired it out long. Rebound knocked away by Embretson. Last touched by Embretson on the left side. And the ball goes back to Clayton Ridge. So the Eagles off the schneid, but Emery Ostrander has been a big lift off the bench.
She has. She had 5 points in the first half, another 2 points. So she's their leading scorer right now with 7.
Scharf and Royer check out. Gregerson, Erickson into the ball game. And also coming in as well is Zoe Armstrong. So we approach the 3-minute mark of our third quarter. And it is again Ostrander, has it right side. Cut off in the lane to Helly. Helly's post-up shot, banks it up and in. Bank stays open inside the free throw line there from 12 feet away, and they're back within 18.
That's Helly's first points of the night.
And offensively ahead to Gregerson, who tips it to Embretson. Embretson pump fakes, drives in, banks it high off the top of the glass. Shot is no good. Helly disrupted that shot. Gregerson gets the rebound.
One and done for the Warriors there.
And now the Eagles throw it away again. Left side, and there was a foul here, and this is a bit of a frustration foul as the pass was thrown ahead to Emery Ostrander, could not track it down, and as the Warriors brought it back into the offensive end, there's a bump committed there by the Eagles.
Yeah, just some frustration there after the turnover and bumped them, but probably stopped a fast break, let the Eagles reset their 2-3 zone here.
Ellie Smith, by the way, checking out of the ball game for the Eagles. Coming back in for them is number 2 in Sodawasser. Embretson, right side. That's Erickson open. Right side for 3. Grazes the side of the rim on the left side. It is no good. But the rebound tracked down in the corner. However, stepping out of bounds was Zoe Armstrong. Did a nice job getting to the ball. Stepped out of bounds, and it goes back there to the Eagles.
Yeah, the freshman quick on her feet, getting to that corner, getting the ball, but just couldn't maintain possession in fair territory.
And again, the Warriors falling back here. And they've played girl-to-girl defense throughout. Haven't done anything else. Had some full-court pressure in the first half. Nothing doing here. Meanwhile, driving baseline and has the ball knocked away was Emery Ostrander. Armstrong reached in, knocked it off her leg, and off Armstrong's leg, and it goes back there to the Eagles. Blair Scharf into the ball game, and checking out of the ball game is Embretson for the Warriors. And off the left side, Sarazua will take it inbounds. Sarazua, problems getting it in, better hurry, and there's a timeout taken by Clayton Ridge. So they took a timeout to avoid the turnover. 2:15 to go in our third quarter. Well, it is the Warriors here, in control by 18.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Both teams have taken just one timeout. It's 37-19. Eagles taking a timeout here to reset as they avoided a 5-second violation.
Yeah, they were right on the cusp of getting that, and I think they're trying to help out these youngsters figure out, okay, what's option 2, what's option 3, what do I do?
All right, another score to pass along, as we'll talk about that in just a second. First off, the Eagles have possession. Sodawasser on top, and Emery Ostrander drives baseline, cut off there, finds herself free, launches a 6-footer, left it short, took it with the right foot leading forward. She's a left-handed shot, and the rebound tracked down by the Warriors. A score to pass along. South Wind leads North Fayette Valley at the end of 3, 27-25. Good ball game going on there. And here is Erickson on top. Right side to Gregerson. Inside 2 minutes left in our third. And it is again now Zoe Armstrong. Armstrong, right side to Gregerson. Gregerson stops, has the ball knocked away by Sarah Zua. And instead they go right side to Stannard, who just came into the game. Her pass knocked away, almost stolen away there by Clayton Ridge. And then we've got an accidental foul. Great hustle by number 12 in Avery Dean to knock the ball away in the offensive end, tried to track it down, saved it along the sideline. It went back into the hands of Central, but her momentum, as it turns out, runs into a Warrior player. That's her second foul.
Yeah, did a nice job, almost getting that steal and just couldn't keep her momentum and bumped into the girl.
Gregerson, right side with it now in the corner to Scharf. Scharf on the baseline and off the foot of Gregerson. Gregerson was cutting, and the ball ends up going into the hands of Zoe Armstrong. Nice bounce for the Warriors, as it turns out. Erickson, left side to Gregerson. Gregerson on top. Zoe Armstrong, top of the key for 3. Got it! Zoe Armstrong with a three-pointer. 40-19. It is the Warriors back up by 21.
And that's 2 3-pointers for the young freshman tonight.
And some good minutes there. Meanwhile, Helly gets it in the lane. Post-up shot from the left block. Leaves it long. Gets her own rebound. Tried to follow up that shot there, but Scharf, good straight-up defense. And the Eagles come up empty on a couple of decent looks. Right side, here's Zoe Armstrong. Another 3. Pops in and out. No good.
Geez.
Yeah, did not get the bounce that time. Meanwhile, Sodawasser tracks down the basketball. Leads the break. But getting back and knocking it away there is Stannard. Meanwhile, they go the lane. And it's Helly, I believe, taking that shot. Left it short that time. Who took the shot there?
Yeah, I think that was Helly on the shot. And just a little bit of a tip there, so the ball was loose. Goes off of an Eagle on the rebound and going to give it back to the Warriors.
Meanwhile, Madeline Pope, another freshman, checks in. Checking out for them will be Armstrong. You worry that, or you shouldn't say this, but Central has a JV this year, and they had a lot of these sophomores that are now sophomores, like Gregerson, girls like that had to play a lot of minutes last year, played some varsity as well. Meanwhile, in the offensive end, losing the basketball is Stannard, and went down to the knees, traveled, losing possession, and it goes back there to the Eagles. But this is a team now that has a JV, so these girls are going to get, freshmen and sophomores are going to get the time where they need to be.
Yeah, they're going to get the time at the JV level, and they're going to see, sparse minutes here at the varsity so they, they feel a little more comfortable, but they're going to be playing at the level they need to be playing at, developing. It's what you like to see in high school basketball.
Reimer just came into the game. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Helly in the lane. Post-up shot. Banks it up. It is in. Fouled. Count the basket. Got it in the middle of the lane. Good position. She's left-handed. Rolled to the left side. She'll go to the free throw line and a three-point opportunity.
Yeah, and with Emerson out, Blair Scharf, who's got some size to her, draws the card of having to guard her and just had a hard time getting up and getting a hand in her face. Helly shot right over her, banks it in, gets the foul.
And this will be a chance here. It's 40-21, and try to bring the Eagles back. It was a 9-point game at the half, and Central has pulled ahead a little further. Free throw off the back of the rim. It is no good, but Sodawasser tracks down the rebound. In the lane to Dean. Her shot stripped on the way up. She's triple-teamed and then tied up. So the first shot by Mallory Dean was blocked, then brought it down, and the Warriors just jumped right in. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Central will try to go the length of the court.
Yeah, just swarmed around that, and 10 seconds here for the Warriors. Let's see what kind of shot they can get off.
Erickson, backcourt area to Scharf. Scharf, again, with 7 seconds to go, may want to pick up the pace. Gregerson to Erickson. Erickson to the offensive end, drives right side, throws up a 17-foot heave. It is no good, well short. And the third quarter comes to an end. Well, it was a 9-point game at the half. It's a 19-point game as we go to the fourth. Central leads 40-21.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. And by T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. This is KCTN Sports. So we go to the fourth quarter. It is Central leading 40-21. They outscored outscored Clayton Ridge, I should say, 16-6 in that third quarter. And what is our shooting in that third quarter, Coach?
The Warriors were 6 of 14, 3 of 8 behind the arc. For the Eagles, they were 3 of 14. They didn't shoot a three-pointer. Central made one free throw. Clayton Ridge didn't make any.
Eagles basketball to start this fourth quarter. Reimer has it knocked away and down on the floor. Reimer, Royer, jump ball, gives it back to Central. That'll go as a turnover. Reimer, Helly, Sarah Zua, also out there Schmeeler, and number 11 out there in Mallory Dean. Meanwhile, for Central, it will be for them, Royer, Erickson, Oakley Armstrong, Scharf, and Embretson. So here is Oakley Armstrong. Nice feed over there, looking to go to Embretson, but the Eagles got back defensively, knocked away that diagonal pass, and it stays down here with the Warriors.
Right idea for Oakley Armstrong with that bounce pass.
We were talking about Clayton Ridge, and remember, we talk about their youth, but their sophomores were forced to play a lot of varsity last year as well. Inbounds, Embretson rolls to the basket, and they run the inbounds play as well as anybody. She just floats, nobody stopped it, and now the Warriors doubling up the Eagles. And here is Helly. Turnaround shot from the elbow. Banks it long. It is no good. And the rebound pulled down there by Scharf. Scharf back into the offensive end. And Scharf, by the UIC logo, brings it left side to Erickson. Erickson on the left wing area. Back in the corner to Scharf. Again, the Warriors, 21-point lead. You can certainly work the ball around. Embretson, nice drop step, middle of the lane, up and in. That extra drop step created a little spacing. 23-point lead for the Warriors.
Yeah, it took the length of Helly kind of out of play as she got around those arms and able to get it to crawl over the rim.
And left side, Sarah Zua. Sarah Zua back out on top to Reimer. Top of the key to Schmeeler. Schmeeler lost it for a second, able to go back and pick it up. Royer knocks it away. Loose ball in the court, picked up by Scharf. It's another turnover. Scharf ahead to Erickson. Erickson, nice feed over to Royer, but she misses the layup. Scharf there for the cleanup. She misses it. Scharf, another try, no good. Embretson, no good. Scharf into her hands. Can anybody put this ball in here? And timeout taken by Central. Great hustle by the Warriors. Even though they're 0 for 4 on the trip, they do maintain possession. 44-21. Warriors in the lead.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
44-21 is our score. Warriors, great hustle, keeping the possession alive, and Coach Wiley, right in front of the officials there and sideline there on the offensive side, was able to call a timeout, and Scharf takes it out of bounds now. So Scharf inbounds to Armstrong. Eagles, by the way, now girl-to-girl defense.
Yeah, switch defense out of the timeout, a smart move.
And here's a turnover as Erickson thought that Royer was cutting to the basket. Intercepted there by Dean. Reimer comes in the offensive end, has the ball knocked away, and it will stay down here with Clayton Ridge. Sodawasser back into the ball game. Schmeeler checks out. No correction there. Reimer will actually check out. And they'll take it off the left side with Schmeeler out of bounds at the end of the Clayton Ridge bench.
And Central's going to stay in there, girl to girl here as well.
And that's all they've played throughout. Inbounds to Sarazua. Back left side, Schmeeler. Schmeeler to Sarazua. In the lane, they go to Helly. Double team, able to feed it over there to Sarazua. Sarazua drives in, and he was held on the drive in. Actually, I think the foul, they were holding Helly down low on the floor, I think.
Yeah, that foul is on the floor, so they're going to reset it here, take it on the left side of their own basket.
Foul on Erickson, her second. It's only the first foul of the fourth quarter for either team. Inbounds to Sarazua. Sarazua stopped as she drives in left side. Back to Sodawasser. In the lane, Helly just off the left block. Leaves it flat off the rim. Good position there for the shot. Just a little strong with it. And Erickson back into the offensive end. Right side, Oakley Armstrong with 6 minutes left in the game. Embretson on the block. Goes up. Comes back down. Good defense there by Helly as Embretson turned right there. And there was Helly with the arm straight.
Yeah, and good defense by Helly staying on the ground. And Embretson knew as soon as she kind of hesitated, yeah, I left my feet. I probably should have gone up with that.
Sodawasser back in the offensive end. Helly at the elbow. Takes the shot from the left elbow. Leaves it long. Rebound pulled down there by Royer. Another score to pass along. 2 minutes left in the ball game. South Wind leads North Fayette Valley 32-31. Meanwhile, the Warriors run the court. They get it ahead to Embretson, and she runs the break well and scores the left-handed layup.
Yeah, Central hitting on all cylinders offensively tonight, doing a nice job.
Helly, triple team. Left side to Schmeeler. Baseline, Sarazua. Open 10-foot shot. It is good. Good ball movement by the Eagles. They've scored 8 points here in this second half. Meanwhile, here's Royer offensively ahead of everybody. Eagles don't get back. And an easy layup for the Royer and for the Warriors there. They're back up by 25.
Yeah, nice job. Good vision there by Erickson to get the ball up to a couple of girls leading the break.
Helly in the lane. Post-up shot. Partially blocked by Embretson. Missed it from about 10 feet away, middle of the lane. And here is Scharf in the offensive end. Right side, Royer. Nobody stops the ball, but the layup goes in and out. Royer then knocked the ball out of bounds, and I believe she committed a foul there instead after Helly got the rebound. That's 3 trips in a row that the Eagles, and again, they've switched things defensively, but not on the same page right now.
Yeah, just nobody's getting back, and Central's doing a nice job running the court, filling lanes, being unselfish with the ball and getting it to the girl who's open, and just not knocking all of them down, but really running the floor well.
A boys score to pass along. At the end of one, Edco leads East Buchanan 10-2. Meanwhile, Helly left side. The shot there off. Errant shot left side. Scharf the rebound. Ahead of the pack is Embretson. Catches it, lays it up, lays it in. Fouled, count the basket. And the Warriors again in transition go back up now by 27.
Yeah, just another great vision there by Blair Scharf, seeing Embretson ahead of the pack, getting it to her in stride. She never has to put the ball down, goes up for the layup, fouled from the backside, and that foul is against Helly. That's going to be her second foul, and she checks out of the ball game.
And that's for the Eagles. They will bring back into the game, I believe, be Dean, one of the Dean girls. And the free throw being eyed there by Embretson. Free throw is short, no good. Scharf the rebound, steps between 2 defenders, and scores the layup. 52-23. This has been a runaway here in the second half.
Yeah, well, you see the experience that Central has compared to some of the youth of Clayton Ridge, and it was pretty apparent in the second half.
Sarazua drives into a double team and fouled on the way up for the shot. Sarazua got into the lane. She'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Well, and if you're Coach Wiley, you're probably not, disappointed in the foul, but the fact that Sarazua got to the lane so easily and then the collapse on her gets the foul.
So Sarazua to the free throw line for 2, fouled by Erickson. That is the third foul on Erickson. Free throw by Sarazua. It's off the back of the rim. Another opportunity. This was 24-15 at the half. So, again, the final score not going to tell the story of this game.
No, the second half, the defense of the Warriors and their ability to run the court, shoot the ball, and the start of that third quarter was lights out for Coach Wiley's Warriors.
Erickson and Embretson check out for the Warriors. Gregerson into the game. Sarazua's second free throw. It is good, 1 of 2. Also into the game is number 30, and that will be a Tenley Meyer. A freshman, correction there. I believe it's Isabella Schatz.
No, number 30 is Tenley Meyer.
All right, because we've got 2 number 30s on the roster.
Nope, that's Tenley.
All right, so Meyer is into the ball game there. And left side in the corner, 3, launched there by Zoe Armstrong. It is no good. Gregerson gets the rebound as it's deflected out of there. So 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and then bringing the ball down was Meyer, and she is tied up. And the ball goes to the Eagles. The Warriors turn it over. What are our turnovers looking at right now?
Well, right now we're looking at 24 turnovers for the Eagles. Central is up to 14 turnovers now.
And across the timeline, Emery Ostrander feeds it on top there to, once again, Ellie Smith. Left side, Sarazua. Sarazua drives baseline, double team. The ball knocked away by Royer. Royer with a steal. Make that 25 turnovers now. And across the timeline is Zoe Armstrong. Armstrong on top to Royer. Royer right side to Gregerson. Gregerson, Meyer has it along the right baseline area. And again, able to reach in there as Avery Dean ties her up there. And it goes off the right side. So this is part of the learning. You've got some subs starting to make their way into the game now.
Absolutely. And Meyer cutting across the lane. She was wide open, but Gregerson didn't see her right away. And Meyer ends up getting tied up, but we're going to keep it with the Warriors here.
And Gregerson will take it out of bounds. Rolling to the basket is Royer. Her shot blocked. Good recovery by Dean. Loose ball picked up by Sarazua. Warriors have scored at least 4 baskets off inbounds plays tonight, but the Eagles defense that one well. Emery Ostrander in the lane to Sarazua. Sarazua, nice crossover dribble. Takes a tough contested shot. No good. Missed it off the left side, but again was able to get into the lane. Scharf gets the rebound. Back offensively, Gregerson. Left side and goes to Scharf. She's open on the left block, but again, the Eagles converge defensively. Scharf loses it out of bounds, and the ball goes back to the Eagles. Good interior defense. Coming over to help out that time was Dean and Avery Dean defensively.
Yeah, you've seen flashes of that out of the Eagles tonight. I don't think all is lost, but they need more of that consistently defensively.
3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Driving left side, and the ball knocked away as Emery Ostrander drove left side, and it will stay down here with the Eagles. Meanwhile, we'll try to pass along as many subs as we can as Zoe Armstrong checks out. Peyton Standard back into the ball game. Remember, a lot of these kids, the younger kids, played JV tonight.
They played a JV game, so they've got their 4 quarters in already.
Inbounds right side. They go there on the inbounds to Ellie Smith, and Smith traveled with the basketball. She was cut off there by Scharf, trying to get a little free there and just switch pivot feet, and the turnover goes back to the Warriors.
And you can see Coach Wiley, helping out some of these youngsters, and we're going to have 4 subs here for the Eagles coming back into the ball
they've
game.
played everybody on their bench. They did that in the first half. North Fayette Valley leads South Wind with 17 seconds left, 35-34. Meanwhile, Sodawasser, Smith, also Sarazua, and Avery Dean all check out for Clayton Ridge. Reimer back into the ball game along with Helly. Mallory Dean back in there. Also in there as well is Emery Ostrander. Meanwhile, Central throws it away in the offensive end. Try to go baseline to Gregerson. Here's the Eagles back offensively. They get it ahead to Dean. She drives in left side, no good. Helly there for the rebound. Followed it well. Banks it up from the left side. 52-26 is now our score. You can see that the Eagles have some players here. They've got a promising future.
They do. They're going to have some growing pains this year, but I think they're going to get better, see some growth and hopefully get some age on them.
So Royer, she brought it in the offensive end, has the ball knocked away, and it will go back there to Central. Meanwhile, Oakley Armstrong checks in. Blair Scharf checks out. The big thing that both these teams are going to have to watch throughout the year with young kids, last year you didn't play JV, Central or Clayton Ridge. So this is the case now. You really got to watch quarters.
You got to watch quarters a little bit, and they get 6 for the night, but you got to be careful of going over that and counting as 2 games.
Yeah, and that's the problem. So driving in right side is Stannard. Stannard to Royer. We approach the 2-minute mark. Stannard in the deep right corner, and she'll bring it back out on top here now to Oakley Armstrong. Warriors. Shot clock's at 14. First time we've said that's an issue tonight. Armstrong on the right side, 10 seconds on the shot clock. She'll bring it right side, takes an off-balance 3, jacked it up from a step behind the arc, no good. But the rebound pulled down there by number 22 in Stannard, who misses the shot from the left side. It is no good, banked in and out. Helly clears the rebound there for the Eagles. Warriors come up empty. Reimer in the offensive end now. Left side to Avery Mallory Dean. Try to go in the lane, and Royer has just had a great night. They try to go to Helly. Royer jumps the passing lane. She may have double-digit steals in this game.
Yeah, she's had a great night defensively picking off the ball.
Armstrong drives all the way underneath the basket, goes to the left side, banks it up and in. Warriors in transition, up by 28 points.
That was a smooth layup, and Oakley Armstrong looked like, no problem. I do this all the time.
A reverse layup there by Oakley Armstrong. So Reimer, left side, back out on top to Mallory Dean in the lane, try to go to Helly. There's Royer knocking it away and almost had a steal, but it's picked up by Mallory Dean, and she scores the layup right side. As Royer went for the steal, came up empty. We've got subs coming back into the game now for Central. They're going a little deeper into their bench as back into the game is actually Zoe Armstrong, but in there for the first time tonight, Avery Fetty, a junior. Madeline Pope, a freshman, into the ball game. Also back in there as well is going to be Meyer.
Number 10 is
and number
Carly
10
Bergen.
is, yes, Bergen, another freshman, back into the ball game. Everybody else checked out for Central. 1:05 to go in our fourth quarter. Central will go to 2-0 on the small school side of the conference. The inbounds, they try to work it just below us there, and that's the part of the floor that is we're unable to pick up on the camera. You just have to trust us. And the ball was knocked out of bounds, and it goes back to Central. 2 seconds went off the clock. Backcourt area to Zoe Armstrong. Dangerous pass in front of the basket, but Zoe Armstrong able to get it. She'll bring it across the timeline offensively. And left side, Zoe Armstrong fouled there by Schmeeler on the hand check on the way in. Let's not get into the bonus now. 3 fouls by both teams.
Yeah, we don't need to get into the bonus here. 3 fouls under a minute to play. Been played pretty clean. Both of these teams playing a little girl defense. Don't start pushing, shoving now.
After this ball game, we'll be back with the game stats and start the chalk talk for our boys game coming up here tonight. Inbound, Central gets it into the corner, far corner now to Pope. Pope back out on top. It's knocked away by Schmeeler into the backcourt. Schmeeler going after it along with Zoe Armstrong. She tracks it down but is called for traveling. She couldn't maintain possession underneath the Eagles basket. Good hustle by both those kids, and it will stay here with Clayton Ridge. South Wind has beat North Fayette Valley tonight. 36-35 the final score. Helly off the elbow, 15-footer, just rolls off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mallory Dean, played Annie over, missed the shot. Rebound pulled down there by Central, and back into the offensive end, Zoe Armstrong. Right side, Pope, shoot that shot. She was open for a second.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, get in the scoring column if you can. Bergen in the corner now to Fetty. Fetty with 25 seconds to go, about a 7-second differential on the shot clock. Back out on top and strong with the ball is Meyer. Meyer right side with 20 seconds to go, loses it out of bounds. It was knocked away by Dean. And with 18 seconds to go, the Warriors will take it off the right side of the basket. So again, 9-point game at the half. Warriors on their way to a 25-point plus victory as of right now. Inbounds, they try to go. It's intercepted by Reimer, but she could not hang on to it. She was bumped by Myers. They try to go in the inbounds pass there, and it goes out of bounds.
And
meanwhile,
under 10 seconds in the shot clock, so let's not have a shot clock violation.
MFL Marmac leads Waukon 44-26 at the end of 3. Inbounds, absolutely wide open. Madeline Pope for 3, got it! Into the scoring column here with 10 seconds to go. The Warriors on their way with their biggest lead of the night, 57-28. Schmeeler with it, 5 seconds to go in the lane to Helly. Nice post-up shot, but banked it long. Rebound deflected out of there. Helly put back at the buzzer, just leaves it short. And the game comes to an end. Central used a dominant run to start the third quarter. They suddenly had a 9-point lead that ballooned to 18, and the Warriors on their way. They win by a final score of 57-28. With the win, Central 2-1, 2-0 in the conference. Clayton Ridge drops to 0-2. They are 0-2 in the conference. We'll take a break. When we return, the Chalk Talk for the boys game and game stats for the girls game coming up next.
This is Dr. Jessica Wilkie, along with Dr. Foey, Dr. Bruner, and our staff here at Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We are honored to sponsor winter sports and activities for the area schools. We're here to help keep those smiles healthy by providing all areas of general dentistry for children and adults, including same-day crowns, Invisalign, dentures, and implants. We thank our patients for their loyalty for the last 40 years and welcome new patients to join our dental family. Call us at 563-539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Morris Funeral Home in Guttenberg and Garnavillo, Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Bender's Foods in Guttenberg, Mobile Track Solutions in Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, and by St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. Welcome back once again to Central. Our final score, it is 57-28. Warriors victorious. Let's go through the individual totals, and let's start for the Warriors.
For the Warriors, Emerson with 15 points, Riley Erickson with 11, 10 for Blair Scharf, 7 points for Katie Royer, 6 points for Zoe Armstrong, 5 points for Oakley Armstrong, and Madeline Pope with a 3 at the end, 57 points for the Warriors. For the Eagles, they were led by Mallory Dean with 8 points. Emery Ostrander with 7 points, 6 points for Adeline Helly, 3 points for Ellie Smith, 3 points for Erica Sarazua, and 1 point for Alyssa Sodawasser.
All right, so our final score, 57-28. The Warriors win it. A couple of other updates. Again, Southwind beating North Fayette Valley tonight by a final score of 36-35. Edco beat East Buchanan 61-51. And MFL Marmac leads Waukon at the end of 3 for 44-26 the score there. We'll take a break. The Chalk Talk for our boys game coming up next.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Robertson.
It's time now for the Eagle Warrior boys game. The Clayton Ridge boys are an experienced team with 8 seniors returning. They feel they can be one of the top teams in the small school division of the conference. For Central, they're right there with 8 seniors returning. They too feel like they are one of the top teams in the small school side. Bragging rights for game number 1 are on display in this boys opener. Clayton Ridge and Central. The Chalk Talk for the boys game coming up next on KCTN FM 100.
The vets and vet techs at Veterinary Associates of Clayton County offer a wide variety of services for all animals. We believe in treating every patient as if they were our own pet and give them the same loving attention and care they receive from you. Call our office at 563-245-1633 to make an appointment today. The Veterinary Associates of Clayton County are proud sponsors of Central Elkader Sports.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhag, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency. We begin the Chalk Talk for our game number 2 tonight. For the Clayton Ridge Central boys game, we're joined by Eagle basketball coach Kyle Spirschlage. Coach, your team 5-18 a season ago. You return 8 seniors. Let's talk about who's back first off for the Eagles.
Yeah, I think we're in a situation pretty similar to a lot of the teams in the small division. We return a lot, and we have 8 seniors, which is awesome. When you can have 8 seniors, that's a really good thing. Going in no particular order, the 8 seniors: Leland Mueller, Chris Gebhardt, Gabe Cook, Owen Brandt, Colton Hager, Seth Trago, Casey Teasy, and Ethan Backus. I don't think I left anyone out, but those are our eight seniors returning.
All right, so now some other kids expect to contribute this year?
Yeah, and kind of I'll kind of go that question kind of around starting lineups. We're still working a few things out, but we're kind of in an 8-man rotation, and we're looking at our two posts happen to both be seniors, Owen Brandt and Gabe Cook. Kind of they complement each other well, but I think they'll both be on the floor. Point guard position, the Hager brothers. I think Colton and Tate will carry the point guard duties for us. And then kind of rounding out a 8-man rotation with 4 other guard wing players. Seth Trago, Casson Overbrocken, who's a sophomore, who's worked his way into the rotation, and then Casey Tees and Ethan Backus. And then the rest of our varsity lineup is Cale Behrens and Brock Dudley. And then we've got a couple sophomores playing JV, but they'll be on the varsity bench.
All right, now, what do you really feel like kind of the strength is of your team?
Yeah, so I guess strength are kind of areas of focus since the season started. And we'll find out in about 12 hours how we're doing with those, is transition and rebounding. So that's transition. We've been stressing offense and defense. Just we have to sprint the floor. We have to sprint the floor every possession. And rebounding, I think we've done a really good job in practice. We're being optimistic that's going to carry over. Those have been 2 points of emphasis the last 2 weeks.
All right, now let's talk about Central. What do you know about the Warriors?
Yep, what a big thing talking. So we've tried to focus on ourselves, but when we look towards Elkader, they've given us issues with their man-to-man ball pressure the last couple of years. Sometimes in the back court, sometimes in the front court. I'm expecting Coach Schramer does a great job with their man defense. It's fundamental. They apply nice pressure. It's not heavy deny away from the ball, but just solid ball pressure and being fundamental. So we will have to take care of that. And then defensively, we're going to try to mix it up between man and zone. And they have some kids who can all shoot it, especially Owen. So we got to have nice wide closeouts and not allow open threes for them.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Sounds great. Thanks, Dan.
Yes, Clayton Ridge basketball coach Kyle Spierschlag on his Eagle team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel Garage Doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
We continue the Chalk Talk for tonight's game. We're joined by Central basketball coach Brady Stramer. Coach, our team dropping a decision last night in the season opener to a pretty good Maquoketa Valley team, 55-42. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, Dan, I thought we came out with good energy on the defensive end. Offensively, it was a slow start. We got down 2-8 early on there. But again, that defense kind of kept us in the game. We went into the halftime break down 20-23, so kind of a defensive battle for the first half. The second half, to Mac Valley's credit, they came out. They got some good low post touches, got around the rim early. And then on the other side of the coin, we really struggled. We didn't have a field goal the first 5 minutes, which allowed them to go to a 15-1 run, which really was a difference in the ball game for us. To highlight that, 19 turnovers was a really big struggle for us, especially in the half court. So we're going to have to clean those up moving forward.
All right, let's set the starting lineup for your team in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, we're going to go with a pair of sophomores in the backcourt with Mason Lowe and Griffin Hammersland. Owen Hammersland will be a wing for us, and then two seniors will be Isaac Lone and Jake Hairtramp as well.
All right, some of the kids off the bench for you then.
Yep, most likely the first two guys off the bench will be a couple of seniors, Carson Rignitz and Garrett Burns. Then some guys that could get some minutes as well, sophomore Owen Burke, sophomore Ty Sittergreen, and senior Caden Fetty.
All right, turning our attention to Clayton Ridge, what do you know about the Eagles?
Yep, they're going to have a lot of seniors back from last year, an experienced group that has played a lot together. They're going to understand their roles and responsibilities for their team. They got a lot of guys that are comfortable shooting from the perimeter, so we're going to have to identify shooters. And I know in the last few years, at least, they've kind of relied on that 1-3-1 zone half-court defense. Obviously, first game of the year, so we'll just have to see what they're in and adjust from there.
All right, some of the other keys in the ball game for your team.
Yeah, I thought last night we started the game off doing a good job of trying to push the ball in transition, kind of got away from that in the middle of the game there. So that'll be a focus for us whenever it's available. Some more ball reversals in the half court, again, getting that defense to shift, trying to find an advantage somewhere. And then I already mentioned it, 19 turnovers last night. That was a problem for us, so we're going to have to take care of the ball tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All right, appreciate it, Dan.
You betcha. Central basketball coach Brady Stramer and his Warrior team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
Top Gun Customs knows you can fill the deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. It's important to know what to say to those struggling with mental health concerns. Silence can make individuals feel even more alone. By starting a conversation, it lets them know you care, you're supportive, and that you're willing to listen. You can ask if they want to talk about it, if they're getting the care they need, and to tell you more about their feelings and thoughts. Just letting someone know that you're there to listen creates a much-needed supportive environment and helps reduce the negative stigma surrounding mental illness.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. And by Bacon Concrete in Postville. Welcome back to Elkader. Game number 2 tonight. Central Clayton Ridge. It's now the boys' turn. Our girls' final tonight. Central won by a final score of 57-28. Other girls' finals. Edco beat East Buchanan 61-51. South Wind edging North Fayette Valley 36-35. MFL Marmac leads Waukon going into the fourth at 44-26. Couple of boys' scores. Edco leads East Buchanan at the half 18-5. And it is West Central leading Postville 27-18 in the second quarter. We're ready to go with our boys' game. Couple of contenders on the small school side of the conference. The Warriors and Eagles gave us 2 great games a season ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at these 2 teams. Central lost 1 senior last year. That was Zittergreen. And Clayton Ridge lost 3 seniors, all post players. But you go up and down the line for Clayton Ridge. Senior, and a couple of juniors. I mean, they're loaded with seniors, and they're looking at, hey, this has got to be our year. We got to contend. You look on the other side, and I know you don't have as many seniors, but you do have a handful of them. They've been around the block. They've got some juniors and some sophomores who are talented, some freshmen who are pushing them. They're looking at this going, we're going to have a successful year. This is a big contest on the small school side for the boys.
Yeah, Clayton Ridge has 8, Central has 7 seniors, but the difference is the Warriors' leading scorers are the underclassmen.
They have so many returning scoring from their underclassmen.
All right, so we are ready to go here with game number 2 with Central and Clayton Ridge. Eagles wearing new uniforms. They have the black bottoms and tops there. Central, the white bottoms and tops. The Eagles have those numbers there. I believe that's white. Maybe light silver, maybe?
Maybe, but it looks white, but they've got the green trim, the forest green trim on the sides.
All right, so the Warriors have Central across the front of their jerseys. Take it away with our starting lineups. Once again, Aaron Reinhardt ready to go for game number 2. And they're fixing something at the scores table. And our official there making sure that everything's ready to go. Take it away.
Basketball fans, welcome to tonight's Upper Iowa Conference basketball game featuring the Eagles of Clayton Ridge and your Central Warriors. Throughout tonight's game, sportsmanship expectations of the Iowa High School Athletic Association will be followed. It is the clear obligation of contestants, coaches, and spectators to practice the highest principles of sportsmanship and ethics of competition. Now, let's meet our starting lineups. For the Eagles, number 10, Ethan Backus. And for the Warriors, a sophomore, number 3, Griffin Hammersland. For the Eagles, number 14, Caston Overbrockling. And for the Warriors, a sophomore, number 5, Mason Lone. For the Eagles, number 20, Colton Hager. And for the Warriors, a senior, number 22, Jake Hairtramp. For the Eagles, number 21, Seth Kriegel. And for the Warriors, a senior, number 23, Isaac Lone. For the Eagles, number 34, Casey Teasy. And finally, for the Warriors, a junior, number 24, Owen Hammersland. Coaching for Clayton Ridge tonight, head coach Kyle Spearsloggy, assisted by Ben Backus and Michael Hinsman. Coaching for Central tonight, head coach Brady Stramer, assisted by Blake Rodenberg, Peter Thompson, and Hazen Lone. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming our officials, Luther Linderbaum, Isaac Bremer, and Jason Barr.
All right, thank you very much there, Mr. Reinhardt. As always, a great job with our starting lineups tonight here as we get ready for this ball game. Hertrump to jump it up for Central. Oberbreckling, by the way, will jump it up for Clayton Ridge, and he's giving up a little size here on the jump ball.
He's giving up a good 6-8 inches on this jump ball.
Oberbreckling, by the way, 5'9", and once again, you have the big size of Hertrump at 6'6". So here we go, ready to go with our game number 2, and quickly Oberbreckling runs out of the circle, tried to be an extra defender there, but the jump ball controlled there by the Warriors. Mason Lone into the offensive end, high post area to Hertrump. The Eagles come out here man-to-man, top of the key. Isaac Lone open for 3, leaves it short off the side of the rim. Kregel got the rebound, but came down out of bounds. And Kregel wearing pink shoes tonight, and a couple of guys wearing pink shoes in this ball game
looks
tonight.
Like Colton Hager's got pink shoes, Casey Teasy. They must have shopped together.
Yeah, the Eagles have like 4 guys that have the same uniforms. Inbounds right side, Griffin Hammersland, right corner for 3, got it. And the Warriors strike first, leading 3-0. Warriors, they'll go man-to-man. Into the offensive end, it is Hager. Hager drives right side on the wing. Casey Teasy open, right side for 3, got it. So a couple of threes to start this ball game. We're knotted at 3.
Well, neither one of these teams is scared of shooting the 3, and they came out firing to start this game.
And in the offensive end, Central right side to Mason Lone, in the corner to Hertrump, back over to Lone. High post area to Isaac Lone, loses the basketball in the lane. It's picked up there by Teasy. Certainly turnovers will be a factor in this game tonight. Meanwhile, Oberbreckling, right side in the corner, launching the three-point shot from the right sideline there is going to be Backus. It got it from the right corner. And back-to-back threes by the Eagles. They go up 6-3. Griffin Hammersland on top to Mason Lone. Right side, Hertrump. Right side, fires up the 3, leaves it short of the side of the rim. Rebound tracked down along the baseline by Oberbreckling. Across the timeline, it is again the Eagles in a quick pace to start here for both these teams. And Oberbreckling right side to Hager. Hager drives baseline, double team, feeds it back to Teasy. Teasy drives in, pump fakes, drives by his defender, leans in, misses the 6-footer. Hertrump the rebound ahead to Hammersland. Hammersland catches the ball, but misses the layup as he tried to regroup in the offensive end. Ball goes off the hands of Hager, out of bounds. And it goes back to the Warriors. Good job by the Eagles getting back defensively.
Yeah, what a way to run the court for Griffin Hammersland. Just not able to finish at the rim, but ball's going to trickle out of bounds here, give it back to the Warriors.
Hammersland has to go to the backcourt area. That's Griffin Hammersland to Lone. So you've got the Lone brothers and the Hammersland brothers out in the court. Left side to, again, Owen Hammersland. Open off the top of the key for 3. Banks it long. Hertrump the rebound. Put back shot. Banks it off the glass up and in. 6-5, 2 minutes into the ball game. Eagles have the lead. Backcourt area, Hager. Hager pressured by Mason Lone. And again, Eagles able to spread the court. And back out on top to Oberbreckling. The Eagles not starting out in 1-3-1 in this ball game tonight. Breaking the trend in the Upper Iowa Conference. Backus right side for 3. Banked it well long. Shot no good. Rebound Mason Lone. Lone drives in, lowers the head, gets to the basket, but misses the layup off the right side. Did not finish. Had a strong move to the hole, but strong on the layup. Meanwhile, the Eagles throw it away. Hager tried to go on the offensive end, intercepted by Hertrump. He drives in, spins, banks it up and in. A dollar move and a nickel shot as it turns out. Teasy gets the rebound.
Just not able to finish at the rack right now. The Warriors are getting there, just not able to put it in the hole.
Hager in the backcourt. Both these teams, I think, at some point will settle into this ball game, but maybe. A lot of energy early. And Backus, step back 17-footers from off the top of the key, no good. Rebound pulled down there by Hertrump. I'm not sure anybody's run their offense yet.
It's pretty helter-skelter out there. They're just looking to attack.
And here's right side. Owen Hammersland drives by, lays it up and in from the right side. And it's 7-6 as the Warriors retake the lead by 1.
Yeah, just a lot of, like you said, a lot of energy, a lot of activeness on the defensive side and crashing boards.
Hager knocked away by Mason Lone, but picked up by Hager. It is a 10-second violation. Coach Spirichlagi trying to call timeout. The officials did not see him, and the ball goes back there to the Warriors on the possession rule violation.
And he's not real happy about it because he was trying to get that timeout because he knew it was getting close, but the violation happened before he got the timeout.
Teasy and Backus check out into the ball game will be number 12, and that will be Hager into the ball game in Tate Hager, a 5'9" sophomore. So now we've got the Hager boys on the court for Clayton Ridge. Also into the ball game is Gabe Cook, a senior, 6'4", Hager, a sophomore, 5'9", and the ball goes back there to the Warriors. So Clayton Ridge back to the 1-3-1. They've played a little man-to-man. Mason Lone open, left side for three. Got it just off the top of the key. 10-6, Warriors in the lead. The Eagles are going to play some different defenses from time to time this year, though.
And they're good at what they do, so that 1-3-1 and that man-to-man work together well.
Hager, hounded by Mason Lone, has it in the right corner. Now in the lane to Cook, and Cook is fouled from behind by Hertrump. They kind of scrap it. It's the each had their hands on the ball, but Hertrump commits the foul. That is our first whistle of the ball game.
Yeah, a lot of up and down, a lot of activity here. Both these teams ready to go. And Cook and Hertrump working hard in the post.
Backus in. Hager checks out for the Eagles. And it will be Clayton Ridge's basketball, and it will be taking it out of bounds there, will be Hager off the right side. So Tate Hager, that is. And back out on top to Kregel. Kregel right side to Backus. Backus drives along the baseline, cut off by Mason Lone. Back out on top to Kregel. And again, he's guarded by Owen Hammersland. Great matchup here. Kregel drives baseline, cut off. Back over top of the key to Tate Hager. Hager, good job by the Eagles running the offense here. And Hager loses the basketball, picked out of there by Mason Lone, actually Isaac Lone. However, it's intercepted by Tate Hager. And from the baseline, three-point shot by Tate Hager, it is no good. It was actually Oberbreckling who got the turnover there. Meanwhile, the Eagles come up empty, and there is a foul called on the loose scramble for the ball, and the foul committed there by, it says up there, number 22, but he's not on the court right now.
Yeah, I don't know if they got the foul up there. And they put a foul, but they didn't put who it is yet.
And it's on Gabe Cook, his first. They changed it to number 50. Isaac Lone, right side, wraparound pass on top. Hertrump open, top of the key for three, leaves it flat off the rim. It rolls off, and Kregel gets the rebound underneath. And then an offensive foul as Kregel put his arm behind Isaac Lone, to try to create a little spacing, and right behind the official who makes that call.
Yeah, just try to hook the defender there to try to gain that advantage, and official right on top of that call.
And Mason Lone takes it off the right side of the basket. As I say that, it will be actually, yes, Mason Lone will take it out of bounds. Isaac Lone checks out of the ball game. Into the game is number 25, and that will be Carson Rignitz, a 5'11 junior, coming back into the ball game. And off the right side, Mason Lone to get it inbounds here now. And on top to Griffin Hammersland, open right side for three, got another one. 13-6, and an 8-0 run for the Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors shooting lights out, especially behind the arc right now, and defending really, really well against these Eagles.
Across the timeline is Hager. Hager right side to Kregel. Kregel covered left side area now in the corner to Backus. Backus back over on top to Tate Hager. We approached the 3-minute mark of our first quarter. Tate Hager in the corner, deep left corner. Backus for three, leaves it off the front of the rim. Good look. Hertrump gets the rebound for the Warriors. Back offensively, Griffin Hammersland wide open, right side for three. Heat check.
Absolutely.
Aired it out, and it was well short, and the ball goes back to the Eagles.
Griffin Hammersland was leaning sideways, off balance, on his wrong foot, and got to get your feet under your set before you shoot that.
Teasy back into the ball game for the Eagles, along with Colton Hager. Kregel checks out, along with Oberbreckling for the Eagles. Again, it's Oberbreckling. Just depend what side of the Turkey River you live on.
Absolutely, and a little 1-2-2 pressure, or maybe man-to-man pressure here out of the Warriors.
Yeah, picking them up man-to-man. Backcourt area, Tate Hager. Hager across the timeline here. Owen Hammersland is now guarding Teasy, so it appears that the Warriors are going to put him on their top offensive player, whoever's on the court. Meanwhile, Hager on the right side tried to pass to Cook on the weak side, but dropping down was Mason Lone, knocked it out of bounds, and the Eagles will take it off the left side of the basket, maintaining possession.
Yeah, Hammersland has drawn the defensive job of keeping the scorer from scoring.
Yep, and Colton Hager takes it out along the left baseline, rolling to the basket. Tate Hager, that's big brother Colton to younger brother Tate, scores the layup, and the Eagles needing a basket, pull back within 5.
That's that brother advantage right there, just knowing where he's going to be.
Here's the 1-3-1 for Clayton Ridge, went to it a little bit earlier. Hertrump baseline to Rignitz, 8-foot baseline shot, it is good. And you can attack that 1-3-1 along the baseline all night long.
That short corner should be there all night.
7-point lead for Central. Colton Hager in the offensive end, left side to Backus. Backus back out on top to Hager. And right side to Teasy with the basketball. Teasy hands it back to Colton Hager at the elbow, pulls up from behind the elbow, 15-footer short, grazed the bottom of the net. Cook tried to save it out of bounds, but he was out of bounds along the baseline. Warriors get the basketball back, and the substitution free-for-all continues. Mason Alone and Hertrump check out. Isaac Alone back into the ball game. And also in there is number 32, Garrett Burns, a 6'2 senior. Cook checks out for the Eagles. Back into the game for them is Kregel. And Backus plays the top of the 1-3-1. Free throw line area, left side, Isaac Alone open for three. Banked it well along, but Griffin Hammersland slides in and gets the rebound. Back out on top to Isaac Alone. Right side to Owen Hammersland, knocked away by Teasy, but picked back up. Right side, the pass knocked away, goes into the backcourt, picked up by Hager. He steals it away, but throws it away as he tried to save it ahead. Meanwhile, ahead of the pack is Rignitz. Rignitz stops left side, banks it up and in. 9-point lead. Eagles turn it over in transition, and the Warriors end up benefiting.
Yeah, turnover exchange, and Warriors score.
Teasy stopped in the offensive end, hounded by Rignitz, but he's able to save it over to Tate Hager. 90 seconds left in the quarter. Teasy with it on top. Rignitz went for the steal, and you're never going to steal the ball away. Reaching in with the wrong hand. He reached over in front of Teasy with the right hand instead of using the left hand to tip the ball away. And an easy call for the officials.
Fronted him, crossed the body, wrong hand, and made some contact. Going to get that foul every time.
Yeah, that's rec league defense there. Substitution. Teasy checks out for Clayton Ridge. Back into the ballgame for them as the pass into the backcourt intercepted by Isaac Alone, and he scores the layup. Back into the ballgame is Cook. Meanwhile, the Warriors have an 11-point lead right now.
They look comfortable in this pressure defense all over the court.
So a good start here for Central. Tate Hager in the backcourt, hounded by Griffin Hammersland. Hager drives in, kicks it in the corner. Krenkel right side open for three. Got it. His first shot of the game, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a guy who led them in scoring a season ago. Rignitz into the offensive end, knocked away, taken away by Tate Hager, then a reach-in foul by Rignitz. Rignitz committing his second foul, and I believe he'll be coming out of the game with those two quick back-to-back whistles.
Yeah, we got a couple of subs. Hertrump coming back in, Mason Lone coming back in. Looks like Owen Hammersland's going to go to the bench, and Rignitz is going to go to the bench.
Owen Hammersland is the leading scorer for Central back from a season ago. And I think he has, one shot?
He's got two shots. He knocked down a two.
So backcourt area, Colton Hager. And again, they wisely clear out. They'll let him bring it into the offensive end. It's knocked away by Mason Lone. Hager being hounded, but able to bring it into the offensive end now. And Hager looking to go back right side. Stops at the elbow. Back over to Backus. He's open, wide open. Left side for three off the back of the rim. Great look, though. And the rebound by Mason Lone. Lone back into the offensive end. And then Kregel runs in from behind. Plows over Hager. Colton Hager in the process, but gets the steal. Good hustle there. Tate Hager drives baseline, pulls up. Double pump shot. It was partially blocked on the way up. Griffin Hammersland got a hand in there, and Hertrump catches the short shot. Griffin Hammersland left side for three off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down there. They go right side to Hertrump, right side for three. That shot no good. After the rebound by Burns, the Warriors come up empty. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Colton Hager into the offensive end with 3 seconds to go. Back out on top. Backus, top of the key for three. Banks it long. It just rolled out, and the opening quarter comes to an end. Warriors a good start at home. They lead 19-11. We've played one. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. And Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. We played one quarter, 19-11 is our score, an 8-point lead for Central. What do we have for shooting in the opening quarter?
Central is 8 of 19, 3 of 11 behind the arc, did not shoot a free throw. Clayton Ridge is 4 of 13. They are 3 of 8 behind the three-point line. They did not shoot a free throw. 5 turnovers for the Eagles, 4 turnovers for the Warriors.
Tate Hager, Kregel, Oberbreckling along with Backus and Cook as the Eagles have the basketball. Second quarter is underway. And Lone out there, that's Mason Lone, Isaac Lone, along with Griffin Hammersland. You have Burns out there along with Hertrump. Right side, Backus at the elbow, covered in the lane. Cook has it, tough pass to get to. He was covered well. Meanwhile, getting the rebound is Mason Lone, gets it ahead to Isaac Lone, and the Lone brothers connect, and a 10-point lead for the Warriors.
Again, that's just unfair. You got Lone to Lone, Hammerslin to Hammerslin.
And this is a family feud tonight.
Absolutely.
And top of the key is Tate Hager. Got the Hager boys for Clayton Ridge. Cook inside the free throw line, kicks it in the corner to Backus. Backus will bring it back out on top to Tate Hager. And again, Warriors continue man-to-man. Tate Hager back over to Backus. Backus at the free throw line, quickly cut off and goes back left side to Tate Hager. We've played a minute in our second quarter. Backus on top, drives in and knocked away by Burns, but I think Burns reached in there with the right hand to try to steal it away, and that is our first whistle of this quarter.
Yeah, that's going to give it back to the Eagles, and that's going to reset the shot clock there. Put that on the right side of their own basket.
Burns checking out. Owen Hammersland back into the ball game. Couple of scores to pass along. The MFL Marmac girls have defeated Waukon tonight 50-33.
That's a big win.
That is a team that has a couple of outstanding freshmen. Meanwhile, Rignitz back into the ball game, and Griffin Hammersland will get a breather. Tate Hager taking it inbounds, goes along the baseline to Kregel. And Kregel brings it back over, drives right side, knocked away by Owen Hammersland, and then a reach-in foul as Kregel actually almost runs over Owen Hammersland. The second foul on Kregel, and the ball goes back there to the Warriors.
Well, and that's a concern for the Eagles because they need Kregel out there to help scoring, and he can't do that sitting on the bench with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Kregel will check out as Teasy comes into the ball game here. Yeah, he's a kid that they're going to need minutes from.
They need minutes from him, and they need him on the court.
So the ball goes back to the Warriors, leading by 10. Right side, and then is again Isaac Lone. Hertrump left side. Mason Lone left wing for 3, short. Hertrump goes in, gets the rebound, put back shot, leaves it short. And then Cook, with 2 Warriors around him, gets the rebound and a reach-in foul by the Warriors. Cook was strong getting the rebound in the lane, and it goes back to the Eagles on the second foul committed by Central. Substitution, Cook will check out. Number 52 comes into the ball game for Clayton Ridge, and that will be Owen Brandt, a 6'3 senior. Hertrump checks out. That's his second foul. A bit of a concern there as well.
Yeah, Hertrump gives you quite a bit of size inside, and can't do that on the bench either.
Burns back into the ball game for the Warriors. So backcourt area, Tate Hager, and Hager guarded by Mason Lone. That's a couple of sophomores, by the way, guarding each other there. And the ball knocked away. Lone, that time, got a hand in there. Tate Hager goes into the backcourt, picks it up, and that's an over and back violation. Meanwhile, Isaac Lone checks out. Griffin Hammersland comes in. Colton Hager comes into the ball game, and Tate Hager checks out. How do we keep all these guys?
We'll manage. We'll be all right.
And in the backcourt area, Griffin Hammersland will get it inbounds there to, once again, Lone. And that's Lone, left side, back over on top to Griffin Hammersland. In the corner to Owen. Owen, left side, baseline for 3, shot no good. Rebound tipped out of there by Lone and picked up by Hammersland. Hammersland tracks it down, back out on top, attacking the Eagles, 1-3-1. And crossover dribble there by Mason Lone to Rignitz. Rignitz drives baseline, bounce pass in the lane to Burns. Bank shot up and in. Subs off the bench for the Warriors convert. And they lead by 12 right now.
Great pass there from Rignitz and a nice finish by Garrett Burns.
Oberbreckling in the backcourt into the offensive end, guarded by Rignitz. And they'll hand it on top. Nope, fake the handoff. He's going to drive right side, stops the dribble, and has to go back out on top to Colton Hager. Hager at the elbow, right side, that's Oberbreckling. Deep baseline for 3, hit the side of the backboard. Little off on that shot. Griffin Hammersland the rebound to Owen Hammersland. Back to Griffin, drives in, layup, it is up and in. And it's now a 14-point lead. And the Eagles are going to try to play through this right now.
They're going to play through it, but I think this is a time where you maybe need a timeout and settle your guys here.
Colton Hager across the timeline offensively. And right side cut off. Needs some help. High post area now to Brandt. Brandt has it knocked away, but I think Burns that time came across the wrist. A rake of the arms. And that is the 3rd foul on the Warriors.
Yeah, those are adding up fast, and that's going to be the 2nd against Burns. So a little foul concern there between Burns and Hertrum both having 2.
Yeah, Burns and Rignitz. Rignitz has 2 as well. Their job is to come in here and pick up the hustle fouls, huh?
Yeah. Number 2, Owen Burke is going to check into the game for the Warriors.
And he is a 5'11 sophomore making his first appearance. Kregel back into the ball game for the Eagles. You didn't think he'd be out long. Meanwhile, the inbounds pass, it is intercepted by Rignitz. And back is Owen Hammersland. Has the ball deflected right back to him. Drives in from the right side. It is up. It is in. And here comes that timeout by the Eagles. 27-11. Central has the lead. Let's take this timeout.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life. 27-11 in this second quarter. The Warriors are on an 8-0 run right now. Suddenly a 16-point lead. But let me tell you this. Last year, there was a ball game in which Central had a lead, and Clayton Ridge worked back in that ball game.
I don't think any lead is safe between these two teams. There's a lot of energy out there and ability to score for
and
sure.
The other thing is how hard both these teams play defensively. So it is the Eagles taking the timeout, trailing by 16, 5-minute mark of our third quarter, or second quarter, I should say. Oberbreckling to Backus. Backus lost it for a second, but he picks it back up, and they'll work things now offensively. Backus over to Colton Hager. Hager at the elbow. Nice feed. Brandt open right side. Blocked. Closing late there was Owen Hammersland to block it out of bounds. That was a nice pick and roll off the right side run by the Eagles. They just come up empty.
And that was run really well, and Brandt got that wide open in the lane. But a nice close there by Owen Hammersland blocked him clean out of bounds.
And it was one Owen blocking the other Owen. So Owen Brandt checks out of the ball game, and back in there is Cook for Clayton Ridge. Right side, Colton Hager takes it inbounds, goes on top to Kregel. Kregel right side to Backus. Backus covered, guarded there by Burke. Needs some help. Bandy goes back over left side to Colton Hager. Hager hounded by Isaac Lone. Left side, try to go to Cook, and Cook an errant pass. Tried almost look like maybe a no-look pass, but Cook could not track it down, and the Eagles turned it over. We never did get to the shooting stats in the first quarter, did we?
Yeah, we did. We got shooting stats, but turnover-wise, Eagles are up to 10 turnovers. Central 4 in that first quarter, none so far in this second.
All right, across the timeline, it is again Central with the basketball. Pick and roll, nice feed to Rignitz. Rignitz shot blocked by Hager, but a foul called on Hager. Rignitz actually caught the ball too far underneath the basket, but bailed out by contact. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough shot for Carson Rignitz, kind of underneath the hoop, but bailed out by Colton Hager there, who got a piece of the arm after getting to the block.
First foul on Hager, second team foul on Clayton Ridge. Free throw by Rignitz. It is good. 28-11. Both these teams have a lot of confidence in going to their bench. They really feel like they don't lose a heck of a lot. They get hustle from off the bench.
Well, and when you have upperclassmen, when you have seniors coming off the bench, stepping into a role, you got juniors coming out, it's interesting to see how these teams are different.
Rignitz second free throw. It is good. It is an 18-point lead right now at 29-11. A 10-0 run in this second quarter. Eagles have been stuck on 11 for a while.
Yeah, they have not had an answer so far offensively.
Tate Hager drives in right side, takes an off-balance 8-foot shot, leaves it short. Cook the rebound, put back, blocked by Burke, but a foul called on Burke. Cook with the size advantage, kept it alive. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, that was a good drive there by Overbreckling, and just not able to finish it, but a good rebound by Cook, and goes up strong, not able to get the bucket, but gets the foul, so he's going to get 2 free throws.
And again, for the Eagles, this will be a chance to get off the schneid here in the second quarter. It was 19-11 at the end of 1. Cook with 2 free throws. Free throw on its way there, and banks it in. Take it any way you can get it.
Rattled
it banked, popped back up, went through, and that is the 12th point for the Eagles. Backus checks out of the ball game, and Teasy back in there. Second free throw being eyed here now by Cook. And he'll try to finish the second free throw off there. Banks that one to the right. It is no good. Isaac Alone gets the rebound. And here's Griffin Hammersland, left side to Burke. Burke back out on top to Griffin Hammersland, right side to Owen. Owen drives in, loses balance on the way in, traveled. No, a blocking call, bailed out as Owen Hammersland was going to the court. And there's contact, I believe, by Cook on the drive in. And the Warriors will take a possession here.
Yeah, that was borderline. He was almost out of control, but they said the contact knocked him off of his center, so they're going to give it back to the Warriors.
Yeah, at first you thought, well, maybe it's a travel call.
Yeah.
So halfway through the second quarter, inbounds to Griffin Hammersland, left side to Burke, in the corner now to Owen Hammersland. He drives baseline, pass to Isaac Alone, on top, Griffin Hammersland, right side for three, got it! Warriors hitting shots, and now a concern for Clayton Ridge. Colton Hager down with a right ankle injury, it appears. And again, I know he's been bothered there by an injury during this season here, but a concern, obviously, for Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was just incidental contact, but it was kind of away from the play. So definitely a concern here, and they're looking at ankle. That's what he was grabbing.
Rolled that, and again, that may just be a case of coming down on somebody's foot wrong. Meanwhile, it is a 20-point lead, and they'll attend to Colton Hager here on the court as Coach Spierschlag out there, and Coach Reinhardt, by the way, in that area as well for Central. So let's take this time out here. 20-point lead right now for Central.
Alameda Clayton Electric provides more than energy. They also provide tips to help keep you safe. Use portable space heaters safely. The safest types have switches that turn the heater off if it's knocked over. Keep portable heaters away from papers, bedding, draperies, and other combustible materials to prevent fires, and keep them away from water to prevent electric shock. Never leave a space heater unattended or leave children alone in a room with a space heater. Your electric cooperative cares about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
So a timeout taken there, an official's timeout. Colton Hager, you can see as he walks up the far sideline now, able to put a little light pressure on it there, but certainly there's a limp in that step there. And again, I know that Coach Spierschlag had talked about a couple of players today that were being looked at. You know, he figured they were both going to play, but Colton Hager and Seth Craigle, and remember, they dealt with some injuries in football too.
Right, and I will say this, Seth Craigle never left Colton's side there when he was down, just making sure he was okay, being the ultimate teammate there and kind of giving him a slap on the butt as he went and told him, go get checked out, we'll take care of things, and we'll reset here. It'll continue to be, I believe, Central's ball here.
So again, our score 32-12, 3:46 to go in our first half. Again, Hager, one of those seniors for Clayton Ridge as well. A number of seniors that we mentioned that they have, 8 seniors, and Central with 7 seniors. So these are teams that maybe struggled the last couple of years, and now you see the reward as, again, your experienced teams and figure to be players in the conference.
Yeah, absolutely, especially on this side of the Upper Iowa Conference.
So Tate Hager across the timeline offensively and goes baseline there. That's actually Oberbreckling to Tate Hager. Back out on top here now to Oberbreckling. 3.5 left in our half. Eagles, 1 point so far this quarter. Craigle left side. in the corner, covered immediately by Owen Hammersland. Back on top, works it there to Tate Hager. Shot clock is at 10. Back to Kregel. Kregel inside the elbow, lowers the head, drives in, double pump layup, no good, but bailed out by contact. They got the defense there, and Kregel did a good job getting some spacing to the basket there. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Well, good defense again by the Warriors, but just a little lapse there as the clock was running down, and you could see it in Seth Kregel's eyes. He's going to the hoop, trying to get some contact, gets bailed out, but he's going to have to earn them at the free throw line.
So Kregel to the free throw line for 2. Third foul, by the way, on Rignitz. Free throw being eyed there, and that free throw is good. So the Eagles have scored 2 points this quarter, both from the free throw line, but a good sign getting to the line.
Yeah, definitely a good sign, and Central is now in, at the 5th foul, so Clayton Ridge is going to be shooting the rest of the way.
And Rignitz, by the way, coming over on the sideline and may have taken a shot. Second free throw, it is good, and it's now 32-14. So can the Eagles make a run here before the half? Owen Hammersland, nice crossover dribble, the shot blocked, but he's fouled on the way in. Kregel and Cook converged in that area, and that will put Owen Hammersland to the free throw line for 2, and the foul is going to be committed on Cook. And which is a break for the Eagles. I know that he has now 3 fouls, but that would have been the third on Kregel.
Yeah, that would have been the third on Kregel, but a pretty good defense there by Cook. Got a lot of ball, but must have got a piece of the arm on the way down.
Free throw, it's off the back of the rim. It is no good. Boys scored a pass along at the half. South Wind leads North Fayette Valley 39-29 at the half, and that is a brand new North Fayette Valley team.
Absolutely, and that is on the big school side of this Upper Iowa Conference.
South Wind, even though they're smaller than Postville, they took one for the conference and went and played on the big school side. Owen Hammersland makes both free throws, back to a 19-point lead.
Yeah, makes 1 of 2 there.
Missed the first.
We're gonna reset here, and I think we have a loose lace down there, so Seth Kregel's going to have to tie the shoes up here, and then we'll reset.
Well, we'll stop play there. Cook, by the way, is checked out of the ball game, and Owen Brandt coming back into the game for the Eagles. Backcourt area to Tate Hager. Hager, and again, guarded by Mason Lone defensively. Hager into the offensive end. Going to be fun to watch those two kids play the next
3 more years. Yeah.
Owen Brandt, free throw line, puts it on the floor. Right side to Teasy. Teasy drives in, covered into the lane, try to force it into Brandt. It's knocked away, picked up by Griffin Hammersland, over to Owen, and he scores the layup. It's a 21-point lead right now by Central. Wow.
Yeah, they're pulling away, and Clayton Ridge hasn't had an answer thus far.
Backcourt area, it is again Oberbreckling. Oberbreckling off the right elbow area and stops there by Griffin Hammersland, and now there is a foul committed by Central. So again, they're over the limit. So the Eagles will go to the free throw line, and again, they're without a field goal right now in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've only got the 3 free throws, so they're going to have to try to get back into this with free throws, I guess.
And it will be Oberbreckling to the free throw line for 2. The Eagles pull 4 guys off the line as the free throw there is good. And they have confidence that Oberbreckling is going to make both free throws. And Coach Spiritualaki using this as an extra timeout, but they're conceding the free throw line here.
Yeah, they have confidence in Caston Oberbreckling that he's going to make both.
So second free throw being eyed there by Oberbreckling, and that free throw off the back of the rim, it is no good. And again, it's 4 on nobody underneath. But the Eagles are able to set up defensively and get back. Left side, Griffin Hammersland. Hammersland drives in, right-handed layup up and in, slicing through the 1-3-1. 22-point lead, biggest lead of the night for the Warriors.
Little finger roll teardrop finish by Griffin Hammersland.
And back in the offensive end, left side, Owen Brandt, baseline 10-foot shot, it is good. Almost a 6-minute drought before that shot is made, and Owen Brandt swishes it as the net gets caught.
Yeah, the net on that side's been really problematic, but it gives a chance for Backus to get back into the ball game. Looks like Caston Overbrockling's going to check out. And we've got number 54 checking in the ball game.
And that will be Brock Dudley.
Dudley, yeah.
5'10 junior into the ball game. So across the timeline, 2-minute mark, and they extend the 1-3-1, and they go baseline to Owen Hammersland, back over to Mason Lone. Lone, the ball deflected away, stolen away by Backus, who just came in, gets it ahead of the pack to Kregel. Kregel drives in and stripped by Griffin Hammersland, getting back defensively, did not give up on the play. The Eagles maintain possession off the right side. That shows you how hard these teams are playing right there, because great steal by Backus to lead the way.
Yeah, Backus with a nice steal in the lead pass, but Griffin Hammersland just on his horse and able to get that ball cleanly away.
And off the right side, it will be Tate Hager inbounds and a 5-second call. A turnover by Clayton Ridge as time ran out on them.
Yeah, just not efficient enough in those out of bounds. They've been pretty close the last couple of times. That one caught them.
We have a boys final. Edco beating East Buchanan tonight 49-25. Mason Lone open right side for three, short off the front of the rim. And Dudley, a nice job boxing out, getting the rebound off the right side for the Eagles. Back offensively, Tate Hager. Can the Eagles get again within 14 or 15 here? The ball in the offensive end. Hager lost control of it, tried to regroup, then loses it out of bounds, and it goes back there to the Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors have been on the positive end on all of those 50-50 balls tonight.
Mason Lone in the backcourt area. And again, covered. Free throw line goes to Mason Lone. Left side, that is Griffin Hammersland for three. Got another one. Worked it inside, kicked it outside. 23-point lead right now.
Yeah, they're hitting on all cylinders defensively, offensively, loose balls, hustle plays. Right now, they're just doing it all.
Across the timeline, Tate Hager. Back over to Kregel. Knocked away by Owen Hammersland. Kregel, great hustle, dives for it. And a timeout taken by Coach Spirschlage to save the possession. 1:06 to go here in our half. 40-17. Warriors in the lead. Let's take this break.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
So a timeout taken by Clayton Ridge. They maintain the possession, down by 23 points. And again, you're at this point, can you get back within like 16? Try to make a bit of a run here.
Something, a basket, a stop, maybe another basket, just something to get yourself feeling like, hey, we had some momentum, but they don't have anything to build off of. We talked about 11 points in that first quarter. They've got one field goal in the second quarter. Free throws have been better, but they haven't been able to see that ball go to the hoop very much.
And Central not looking like a team that played last night.
No, they're not. They look fresh.
So backcourt area, Kregel actually in the offensive end, gets it to center court, inbounds to Tate Hager. Dudley, left side with the basketball, stops and cut off there. Looking to go back out on top, and the ball goes to Backus. Backus, left side, covered. Back out on top to Dudley. Dudley with the shot clock down to 5. They got to hurry. Dudley goes backdoor. Nice feed to Backus. Double pump layup up and in from the left side. They used almost all of that shot clock, but they get a basket within 21.
That's a big bucket. Now they got to get the stop to go with it.
Lone in the offensive end. Mason Lone knocked away by Kregel. Backdoor cutting through his Burke. Layup blocked by Tate Hager. Recovering defensively. And the Eagles back ahead of the pack is Kregel, but the ball is deflected by Owen Hammersland. Jumped the route. And the ball deflected off the backboard into the hands of the Warriors. Owen Hammersland with it. Warriors can go for the last shot of the quarter if they'd like. Back over to Owen Hammersland. He's going to take a 22-footer. Leaves it short off the side of the rim. And the rebound lost. Picked up by Griffin. Hammersland misses the layup. Lone saves the rebound back. But it goes into the hands of Isaac Lone. We're down to 5 seconds to go, and they throw it away. Teasy intercepts it. Takes the three-quarters court heave. That will be well short. And the first half comes to an end. Warriors led by 8 at the end of 1. They lead by 21 at the half, 40-19. When we return, interviews from our girls' game, first half stats of the boys' game. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
If you feel lost in the big chain store pharmacies, take the time to stop at a Nightingale Drug and visit with us about our services, such as one-on-one consulting, free local delivery, competitive pricing with most insurance plans, and Medicare accepted. We'll make the transition quick and easy for you. Come to the people you know and trust. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town family-friendly business in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Over the past years, Central State Bank has invested in numerous programs and organizations dedicated to the education and enrichment of young people in our area. Athletics and the arts, vocational education, and youth club activities. Because Central State Bank is more than a bank, we're your neighbors, your relatives, your friends, your business partners. And these kids represent the future of our community. Trust your finances to a bank that invests in you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
At the half, again, our score, it is 40-19. Central leading Clayton Ridge. Our halftime show continues. We're joined by Clayton Ridge girls basketball coach Megan Livingston. Coach, first off here, a good start in this ball game for your team. Let's start there.
Yeah, it was pretty close first half. We had a lot of younger girls subbing in, so they played most of the JV game and then came in and helped us in the varsity game as well. But we just can't seem to limit those turnovers or get enough good shots up.
Yeah, and I think you want to get the ball into the lane, and you were able to do that somewhat with the size you had with, once again, Adeline Helly.
Yeah, her and Mal Dean, they did work, and Mal was undersized compared to, Central really did a good job kind of shutting that lane down. Just seems like we click a little bit too late. We don't hit them right away, and we just don't rebound like we should.
Yeah, right. It's part of a learning process, though, with a young team, right?
They are so young. Like I said, one senior, one junior on the floor tonight, and at one point I think I had all freshmen out there.
Yeah, so obviously they're going to have to play through some of this early in the year. Mallory Dean led you offensively with 8 points. Emery Ostrander off the bench with 7 points.
Yeah, Emery is kind of a secret weapon. She's left-handed, and I think it takes the defense a little bit of time to realize that. So she's smart enough to know when she can go left, and she hit some, mid-range shots for us too. So, yeah, she needs to keep shooting.
All right, defensively, I don't think you're disappointed with that side.
No, we tried to get back in it and, went for the press, but the girls were just gassed. I mean, Alcater had a bunch of fast breaks on us, so I don't know, maybe a little more conditioning in practice. I know the girls aren't going to want to hear that, but got to try something.
All right, what's coming up for you guys now here?
We unfortunately do not have a varsity game on Thursday because Starmont couldn't field a team, so
right.
Just JV, and then West Central on Friday. So hopefully some competitive games.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in that ball game. We'll catch up with you guys.
Thank you.
You betcha. Clayton Ridge girls basketball coach Megan Livingston talking things over there about her Eagle team. They dropped that decision earlier tonight, 57-28. Quick break. We'll be joined by Central coach Mark Wiley when our halftime show continues after this. Thanks,
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping in to Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. And by T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. This is KCTN Sports. At the half, it is 40-19. Central leads Clayton Ridge. Earlier tonight, it is the Central girls victorious over Clayton Ridge, 57-28. Coach, obviously, you had the lead at 9 points at the half, but what a run to start the third quarter.
Yeah, we talked about halftime just being in a better stance defensively. I thought we did a better job of that. We executed set plays better. Again, our offense needs to be better in the first half there, but yeah, I was pleased with that effort, especially with our defensive end. They kind of led to runouts and easy baskets for us.
All right, and obviously 3 scores in double figures. Layla Embretson led the way with 15.
Yeah, again, I feel like we stick with the game plan, trying to get the ball inside to her. She's got the ability to score inside. Kudos to her to just run the floor there later in the game. She got a couple easy baskets because she just ran the floor, and which was great that we found her. And then you have other kids in double figures. Briley Erickson as well was, I think she had 11 as well. So, she's going to help us get the ball in the lane and things like that she did last night. But tonight she came through, contributed offensively as well.
Yeah, and Blair Sharp with 10 points.
Yeah, and Blair, that's her most points this season in 3 games, so we expect a lot out of her, and I expect a lot of her on defensive end and getting rebounds, and she did a good job for us tonight.
All right, you mentioned defensively. I think you're pleased with how you guys handled things tonight defensively.
From physical standpoint, yes. Communication's got to be better in the first half. With that lead, it needs to be twice that, and our ability to communicate. And we talked about it after the game. It's just got to be better, and that starts in practice. You just can't not communicate. So.
All right, what's coming up for you guys now the rest of the week?
Yeah, so we just have one game left. We played last night, and then we played tonight here. So we play Turkey Valley at Turkey Valley, so we know that's going to be a tough opponent, but we're going to compete, and that's our mentality is every night out we want to compete and give it our best shot, whoever we're playing.
Yeah, it's all right, Coach. We'll catch up with you guys. Good luck to you on Friday night.
All right, thank you, Dan.
Yes, Central basketball coach Mark Wiley on his Warrior team victorious tonight, 57-28. We're at the half. Once again, our score, it is 40-19. Central leads Clayton Ridge. We'll be back with more high school basketball and first half stats coming up next, along with second half action.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Central led 19-11 at the end of one. They outscored Clayton Ridge 21-8 as the Eagles go nearly 6 minutes in the second quarter without a field goal. It is Central leading 40-19 at the half. We turn things over to Coach Aaron Hammond. Let's go through the first half totals, and let's start first off for the Warriors.
For the Warriors, they're led by Griffin Hammerslin. He's got 16 points, 7 points for Owen Hammerslin, 6 points for Carson Rignitz, 4 points for Isaac Lone, 3 points for Mason Lone, 2 points for Jake Hairtrump, and 2 points for Garrett Burns. 40 points, 47% shooting in the first half, 29% behind the arc, 5 of 17, 11 of 17 inside the arc, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line, so 75% there, and only 6 turnovers for the Warriors. Things are clicking for them in this first half.
Yeah, and again, shooting well in their home gym tonight as they went on that run to start the second quarter. Let's go to the totals now for Clayton Ridge.
For Clayton Ridge, they're led by Seth Krego with 5, Ethan Backus with 5, 3 points for Casey Teasy, 2 points for Owen Brandt, 2 points for Tate Hager, 1 point for Caston Overbreckling, and 1 point for Gabe Cook. So 19 points for the Clayton Ridge Eagles. They're shooting 30% overall tonight, 3 of 10 behind the arc, 3 of 10 inside the arc, 4 of 6 from the free throw line for 67%, with 14 turnovers, 9 of those in that second quarter.
And that's a concern there. And again, as you figure you have seniors, so they figure the shooting percentage will get better as the season goes on. This was a team that didn't score a ton of points last year, but obviously the turnovers. And part of that goes to what Central has done defensively. They've manned them up.
Yeah, absolutely. They've just kind of challenged them at every position, taking away rebounds, taking away passing lanes, just playing them hard defensively and preventing those offensive sets.
All right, let's go through the final scores tonight for the boys. It is Edco victorious tonight by a final score of 49-25 as the Vikings win their season opener. Southwind did not score in the third quarter, and they lead North Fayette Valley 39-37 at the end of 3. Waukon leads MFL Marmac 19-7 at the end of 1, and West Central leads Postville 61-49 as they start the fourth quarter there. A Blue Devil team that certainly likes the new small school side.
Yeah, absolutely. Scoring a lot of points, and we're hoping to get something from Starmont, too. Coconut Valley Starmont, haven't gotten anything from them. Maybe get a final from them.
Yep, and once again, it will be Central's basketball to start the second half. The Eagles came out man-to-man, but now I believe they went to the 1-3-1 in the second quarter. They may be going man-to-man here to start this third.
Well, and a concern for the Eagles, Colton Hager has a bag of ice on his ankle. He looks like he is done for the night, so other guys are going to have to step up for him. I think that's a nagging injury left over from the football season, still lingering here in the basketball season.
Again, one of those kids that you know is going to tough it out. Being a senior, if he was able to play in this ball game, he certainly would be out there. Meanwhile, the Warriors with the basketball, Mason Alone, Griffin Hammersland, Isaac Alone, Owen Hammersland, and Hertrump. And again, the Eagles are playing 1-3-1. Right side to Mason Alone in the lane. Nice feed to Isaac Alone. Misses the shot, gets his own rebound. Put back, it is too strong. And Krego gets the rebound underneath Isaac Alone. Couple of good looks. Krego for the Warriors, Oberbreckling, along with as well Teasy, Cook, and Backus. Right side in the lane, Oberbreckling cut off, takes a turnaround 8-foot jump shot. It is good. First basket of the second half scored by the Eagles. Now they're back within 19. Can they get some stops defensively? And Griffin Hammersland takes a shot from 22 feet away that banks well long, goes off the leg of an Eagle out of bounds, and it stays down here with the Warriors. Griffin Hammersland about 24 feet away that time.
Well, we just talked about, Clayton Ridge gets a basket, maybe they can get a stop, and that was a long rebound. Eagles just not able to catch up.
Lone to Griffin Hammersland, wide open, a little closer for three. Shot no good. Cook gets the rebound off the right side. Backcourt area, Oberbreckling across the timeline. Eagles, again, looking for some better flow offensively here. And they stop the basketball with Tate Hager cut off by Griffin Hammersland. Back out on top to Backus. Backus looking backdoor, covered. And again goes on top to Oberbreckling, and it's knocked in the wave there by Griffin Hammersland into the backcourt. And it will go back to the Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles are going to have 14 on the shot clock here. Just haven't gotten into their flow in the half-court set, and that's that Warrior defense once again.
And backcourt area to Kregel. And Kregel guarded by Owen Hammersland. And again, they'll clear out. Kregel brings it into the offensive end. Takes a shot, right side, step back three, and left it short. Grazed the side of the rim. Griffin Hammersland tracks down the rebound in the far corner. Warriors back into the offensive end. Griffin Hammersland kicks it in the corner to Owen Hammersland. Owen drives in, has the ball lost, picked up in the lane by Isaac Lone. Bank shot up and in. Isaac Lone stayed with it, middle of the lane, and the Warriors go back up by 21.
Yeah, they answered there offensively after getting the stop down on the other end.
Kregel in the backcourt, and he'll push it in the offensive end, taking over more of the ball handling duties now as Kregel goes in the corner to Backus. Backus on top, a soft pass intercepted by Griffin Hammersland. He drives in, pump fakes, and then loses the ball on the way up. Isaac Lone saves the rebound to Mason Lone. He drives in and scores the uncontested layup off the left side. Warriors hustling after it. They lead by 23 right now.
And here's that full court man-to-man, just pressuring the ball, making them take time, bringing it up the court, having a hard time getting in that offensive set.
Oberbreckling across the timeline offensively. Looking backdoor for Backus, covered. Cook at the free throw line now. And he's guarded by Hertrump. Cook, right side, gets out of the lane before the 3-second violation. Able to go on top to Oberbreckling. Oberbreckling drives in, lowers the head, kicks it right side. Backus open, right wing, fires up the three off the front of the rim, no good. And an offensive foul called there on the Eagles. I believe it is on Cook. He nudged Hertrump to create a little spacing. And is that the fourth foul on Cook? It is.
That's the fourth. He's going to come right back out. We're going to go to Owen Brandt. He's going to have to fill that role in the middle of the 1-3-1.
So 5:32 to go here in our third quarter. Couple of baskets by the Eagles. Got him back within 40-21, but the Warriors have answered. And here is Mason Lone, left side to Griffin Hammersland, in the corner to Hertrump. Right side to Owen Hammersland to Mason Lone. Lone at the elbow, right side Owen Hammersland, right side for three. It's off the back of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Hertrump, and they'll work it back out on top. Lone, right side to Owen Hammersland. Left side, Griffin Hammersland. In the corner, Hertrump. Deep left corner for three. Got it! 47-21. The net, by the way, for the fourth time tonight, gets stuck.
Well, reset it. Give the ball back to the Eagles here, reset it. But that gives the Warriors a chance to catch their breath and turn up the defense again.
Substitution, Tate Hager checks into the ball game. Kregel checks out, and there's a little bit of a limp there as Kregel comes out.
Yeah, you can see that ankle bothering him a little bit as well, so they're going to get him a rest.
And those are, you talk about Colton Hager and Kregel, those are guys they're going to have to lean on this season. So again, they'll try to play through this right now. Meanwhile, Oberbreckling in the lane. Owen Brandt, bank shot up and in from 10 feet away, middle of the lane. Owen Brandt, his second basket off the bench. 47-23 our score.
Yeah, nice shot there. Nice soft touch out of the big fella.
Griffin Hammersland, baseline area to Owen Hammersland, on top to Griffin. Griffin, left side, bounces it over to Mason Lone. He drives in the lane. Nice feed to big brother Isaac. Stripped on the way up, but he saves it back. Left side, Griffin Hammersland for three. Shot no good. Hertrump the rebound. Put back. It is up and in. And the Warriors strapping at it. Lead by 26 once again.
Yeah, just continuing to extend that lead and answer anything the Eagles get going.
Across the timeline, Tate Hager into the offensive end. And he'll bring it back out on top. It's surprising right now. This is not going to happen to the Eagles very often, where they give up points. The one thing they really hang their head on is defense. Meanwhile, as Teasy drives in right side, he is fouled by Isaac Lone on the drive in. But tonight, the story for the Eagles is offensively the struggles.
Yeah, they're gonna look at this and go, we got to be better defensively because they don't give up a lot of points. They kind of hang their hat on defense, but not able to score. Just tip your hat to the Warriors. They have taken away a lot of things.
Teasy checks out. Dudley into the ball game. Meanwhile, Isaac Lone is checked out for Central. And back into the game for them is going to be Burke. Inbounds to Tate Hager in the lane to Oberbreckling. Knocked away from behind by Mason Lone. Another steal. Owen Hammersland right side to Burke. Burke back over to Owen. Left side to Isaac Lone. In the corner, Hertrump fakes the three. Steps in. 19-footer off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound picked up there by Oberbreckling off the right side. Warriors turned away. Backcourt area, Oberbreckling. He'll work it across the timeline into the offensive end. And again, just being hounded by Mason Lone. And again, it's a couple of sophomores there. Backus on top. So some youth playing some strong moments here.
Some youth with a lot of talent and a lot of defensive prowess out there.
And here is Oberbreckling right side at the elbow. Pick and roll, gives it to Owen Brandt. Pump fakes the shot, blocked by Hertrump. Hertrump stayed down on the ground, and here on the offensive end is Owen Hertrump ahead of the pack and lays it up and in on the right side. And that's one thing that Coach Spierschlager will talk about there. He talks about having to get up and down the court defensively, and the Warriors score a fast break opportunity.
The Eagles just haven't been able to get back, and Owen Hammersland scores that easily.
And now we've got a hand check foul committed by Mason Lone. Oberbreckling is fouled. 3:06 to go in the third quarter. Warriors led by 21 at the half, and they have extended things here in the third as Rignitz checks in and Isaac Lone checks out for the Warriors. Griffin Hammersland, by the way, checked out earlier.
And that is Mason Lone's first foul, and he is just in the shorts of whoever he's defending, using his hands, using his body, and plays clean enough not to pick up fouls.
And again, one of their seniors. Both these teams on their roster senior dominated, but as we mentioned, the Warriors, all their scores, the big scores that they lean on are underclassmen. Backus, right side, trying to back his way down, tries to go in the lane. Owen Brandt, nice catch and nice release. Nice feed by Backus. Owen Brandt kept the ball high, kicks it off the glass, and it's 51-25. Rignitz along the baseline. Rignitz, right side to Mason Lone, in the lane to Hertrump. Hertrump trying to spin, double team, throws the ball away. Good defense by the Eagles, converging down low. Backus with the basketball for Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, rare stop there for the Eagles, turns over the Central Warriors.
And Backus guarded by Burke and feeds it right side to Tate Hager. Hager with the basketball, and he'll feed it over there to Oberbreckling. Oberbreckling, the Warriors again, have just played great half-court defense. In the lane, they try to go to Brandt. It's knocked away by Hertrump. Here's Owen Hammersland, drives in, uses the right hand from the left side, too strong. Rignitz the offensive rebound. Owen Hammersland, wide open, right corner for three, got it. It's been that kind of night for the Warriors, and by the way, the net is caught again, and Hertrump says, I'll make it easy for everybody. I'll just pick it out of the net.
I'll just jump up and grab it. We'll continue on.
That will allow him to check out of the ball game, as into the game is Garrett Burns. I don't think we expected any type of a game like this tonight.
We thought maybe this would be a defensive battle, pretty evenly matched when it comes to scoring, but the defense for Central has been there. Clayton Ridge, they just haven't been able to get back on defense very quickly.
Oberbreckling checks out along with Backus. Teasy back into the ball game along with Kregel. Inside 2 minutes left in the third. Backcourt area, the pass in and out of the hands of Tate Hager, thrown a bit high, picked up by Mason Lone. Lone on top to Burns, right side, Griffin Hammersland. Pump fakes, moves over to the right side for three, leaves it short, but he gets the rebound. Drives in underneath the basket, and he saves it back out on top. The Warriors continue to scrap. Burke in the lane to Burns. Burns back over to Burke. Left side, Mason Lone, absolutely wide open for three. Shot no good, though, left it flat. And Teasy clears the rebound off the right. 90 seconds left in the third. In the corner, Kregel, deep three, right side, aired it out short. And the ball, Brandt, good hustle along with Rignitz below us, and both of them come down out of bounds. Both of them had the hands on it, and the officials say, let's jump it up. I can't make that call.
I can't make that call, so we'll do a jump ball, and the ball's going to stay down here, I believe, with the Eagles.
All right, South Wind, by the way, leads North Fayette Valley 55-46 now in the fourth quarter. Mason Lone checks out into the ball game for them. Griffin Hammersland back in. So 1:25 to go in our third quarter. And off the left side, Teasy will take it out of bounds. Has to go back out on top, and Brandt will track it down near center court line. Brandt left side now to Tate Hager. Hager guarded by Griffin Hammersland. And he'll feed it back over to Teasy. Teasy goes off a pick at the elbow, pick and roll, knocked away. There was Burke plugging the passing lane, and the Eagles turned it over again. Griffin Hammersland back into the offensive end. Covered, left side, Owen Hammersland, deep left side for three. That shot no good. A rare off night from outside by Owen Hammersland. Griffin Hammersland knocked the rebound away from Brandt underneath the basket, and it goes back there to Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, that's the thing about this Warrior team. You've got guys that are consistently scoring well for you, but you've got other guys that aren't afraid to step up and knock down shots on any given night, so it's hard to defend them when anybody can knock down the shot.
Dudley across the timeline into the offensive end for Clayton Ridge, one of your Biggs handling the ball into the offensive end. Teasy backdoor to Kregel. Kregel on the right side, and again, just hounded. And they work it back out on top to Tate Hager. Hager guarded by Teasy. Teasy drives in the lane, left side. That's Dudley, left side for three. Aired it short. A left-handed touch on that one, a bit short. Griffin Hammersland back to Owen. Owen back to Griffin. Right side, Burke, wide open. Right side for three. Aired it out badly to the left. Out of bounds, and it goes back to the Eagles. 23 seconds to go here in the third.
Yeah, and just a couple of errant shots on both ends of the court there.
So the Eagles not able to make up much ground in this third quarter. They scored 11 points in the first quarter, 8 in the second. They have scored 6 here in the third quarter. Meanwhile, Backus in. Tate Hager checks out. Into the game for Central is number 30, and that will be Tice Zittergreen, a 6'1 sophomore. And also into the game for them, Burns back in there.
And Caden Fetty, number 12, is his first appearance.
All right, so we'll figure at this rate, we're going to see some subs in the fourth quarter. 20 seconds to go here. Backcourt area, Tate Hager. Hager at the free throw line, cut off by Rignitz. Backus in the lane to Brandt. Brandt, right side, Tate Hager, actually Oberbreckling, loses the ball, drives into traffic, trying to spin free, and he's able to somehow get out of there to Backus. Backus, right side for three, got it from the right wing. Good fight by Oberbreckling to really keep the possession alive, and that's how the third quarter comes to an end. But it's 54-28, Central in the lead as we go to the fourth.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People's State Bank. People's State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right, 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People's State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People's State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Morris Funeral Home in Guttenberg and Garnavillo, Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Bender's Foods in Guttenberg, Mobile Track Solutions in Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, and by St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. 54-28 as Central outscored Clayton Ridge 14-9 in that third quarter. So they lead 54-28. Let's update you on boys scores. South Wind leads North Fayette Valley 55-46 in the fourth. West Central has defeated Postville tonight 68-62. And it is Edco defeating East Buchanan tonight, 49-25. Waukon leads MFL Marmac at the half, 36-21. We start the fourth quarter here, and the Eagles get a turnover by Central. Meanwhile, nice feed down low to Cook. Loses the ball on the way up there, and Burns reaches in from behind and commits our first foul. 21 seconds into quarter number 4. It is Tate Hager also out there as well. You have Kregel, Cook, Teasy, and as well as Backus.
Oberbreckling. That's not
Oberbreckling, yep.
Oberbreckling's out there, yep.
14 and not 12. Meanwhile, it will be, once again, Rignitz out there to start the quarter. Burns also out there as well as number 30 for them, and that is Zittergreen. And you have out there as well Fetty. And right side, the ball, loose ball on the court there. Tate, actually Oberbreckling tied up there with Rignitz. Ball stays down here with Clayton Ridge on the alternate possession rule.
Yeah,
so really the only thing to decide tonight in this ball game is going to be the final score.
Yeah, we're just too much Central, not enough Clayton Ridge when it comes to scoring. And you can see Seth Kregel still gutting it out there, but he's not 100% on that angle.
All right, what was our shooting, by the way, in the third quarter?
The Warriors were 6 of 20. The Eagles were 4 of 9.
So, again, twice as many shots for Central. And Backus, right side, feeds it over to Teasy. Teasy with it now at the free throw line. Open, takes a tough 15-footer. It was contested, shot no good. Rebound tracked down by Owen Hammersland. And Burke brings it across the timeline offensively. Right side, wide open, launching the three. Zittergreen popped in and out, no good. Rebound into the hands of Owen Hammersland from the right side, lays it up and in. And again, they've just been quicker to the loose balls tonight. They are doubling up Clayton Ridge right now.
Yeah, they have a nose for the ball and offensive rebounds, putbacks, just doing it all.
And on top, Oberbreckling. Oberbreckling cut off at the elbow and looking to go back out on top there to Kregel. And the Warriors have played man-to-man throughout. Kregel drives in, steps between two defenders, flips it up. The shot long off the back of the rim as he drove in right side. And here is back in the offensive end is Burke. Right side, wide open. Zitter Green, right corner for three. Aired it out long. And that ball ended up well over the rim to the left side. And it goes back there to Clayton Ridge.
Well, you got some subs out there for Central, but I think rush the shot a little bit there, maybe get our feet under us, run that offense. I'm sure Coach Stramer want to see some of these subs run that offense.
Well, Central only has one starter on the court right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Krangle, by the way, checks out. You can still see that limp there. He'll check out as Tate Hager now back into the ball game. Oberbreckling stops the dribble off the right side. So Central hung with Maquoketa Valley last night, and that's a pretty good Maquoketa Valley team, by the way.
That's a team that's going to contend in that West Division of the Tri-Rivers.
55-42. Central lost that game last night. Backus in the corner. That's Tate Hager, actually Oberbreckling. Drives in, slides down, feeds it back to Backus for three. Grazes the side of the rim from the left wing. Rignitz throws it out of bounds there over Oberbreckling. That's great hustle, but I don't have the heart to tell Rignitz. He had two guys right beside Oberbreckling he could have thrown it to.
Yeah, he could have thrown it to a guy, but threw it off the defender. And a wholesale sub here.
Yeah. And so Burke back in, Isaac alone, Mason alone, Griffin Hammersland, Trump, everybody else out. Checking out is Oberbreckling, and into the ball game is Dudley. So 5:52 to go here in our fourth quarter. And we'll certainly continue to keep you up to date on some games. Maquoketa Valley beat Starmont tonight 67-37. That was a 29-28 game at the half. Maquoketa Valley led. Meanwhile, the Warriors turned it over as Mason Lone tried to go left side to Hammersland. Correction there, Trump off the left side, lost it out of bounds. It goes back to the Eagles. What are we looking at turnover-wise?
Right now, Central's sitting at 9 turnovers. Clayton Ridge sitting at 19 turnovers.
And again, that's kind of told the story of this game as well. Teasy in the offensive end for the Eagles. Backs his way down, double team. Right side, back is open. Right side for three. Grazes the front of the rim. Shot is short. Rebound pulled down there by Trump. Back in the offensive end is Griffin Hammersland. On top, left side to Trump in the corner. Burke open, deep left corner for three. Hit the side of the backboard. And the rebound pulled down by Cook. Let's call a jump ball there. Yes, Cook brought it down low, tied up by Mason Lone. Possession rule will give it to Clayton Ridge. Cook checks out. Owen Brandt back into the game for the Eagles.
And remember, Cook's playing with those 4 fouls, so, get him in there, get him some time, get Brandt in there to give him some breaks.
And again, it will be with the basketball Central. Griffin Hammersland in the corner, back to Burke. Burke goes baseline, down flow to Isaac alone, and he slithers between two defenders, puts it off the glass on the left side. Biggest lead of the night for the Warriors at 30, and they will now pick up the Eagles at half court.
Yeah, they're just going to continue with their man-to-man here and just try to slow them down. Eagles trying to spread them out here.
Tate Hager feeds it back to Dudley. Dudley right side to Teasy. And Teasy in the lane goes to Brandt. Brandt trying to back his way down, takes the shot up and in over Trump. Nice job by Brandt. Goes right side, and the Eagles want a timeout. 4:35 to go. 58-30, Central on their way. Back with more after this.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
4:35 to go. Timeout taken by the Eagles. It is 58-30 our score. And again, with the basketball, it is Central. So we start to salt away the final fourth quarter minutes. Trump on the right block takes a little hook shot over Brandt, up and in. Nice little touch there by Trump. And we go back to a 30-point lead at 60-30.
Yeah, just running some offense there, a little set for the post, and a nice finish by Jake Trump.
And back in the offensive end, it is once again Clayton Ridge. Brandt right side, double teamed in the lane area, then taken away by Trump. So it's a steal committed there by Central. Trump drives in and out of control. Layup, no good, but they call a blocking call. Two Eagles end up down on the floor. Tate Hager along with, once again, Dudley and Trump. That's player control, out of control, but he draws contact.
Well, he took it away down here, tried to go coast to coast, a little out of control, but they said defender didn't have position, so he's going to have to shoot a couple free throws.
As he came across the timeline, there was a 100% chance of him taking it to the basket.
Yeah, and the Eagles were just a little late to recognize that.
Free throw, it is no good. Big man handling the ball, got a chance to drive in the lane, create something.
They're going to go, you bet.
And again, he misses the first free throw. So we'll try to get a point here. Crowd has been kind of subdued tonight. 61-30 our score as the second free throw made there by Hertrump. Again, I think we're as surprised as anybody to get this type of a game tonight, and the Eagles are going to go deeper into their bench. And Backus, right side, high post area to Owen Brandt. Nice pump fake, drives in right side, too strong with the layup though. Hertrump recovered. Isaac Alone back into the offensive end for Central. Right side to Griffin Hammersland. Mason Alone, absolutely wide open. Right side for three, short of the side of the rim. Rebound pulled down there by Teasy. One thing that's very noticeable tonight is Central is quick.
They're quick, and they don't look gassed at all after playing last night.
Teasy drives in, a little 8-foot runner, leaves it short. It is no good. Hertrump gets the rebound. Back in the offensive end to Burke. Burke to Hertrump. Down low, wide open. Griffin Hammersland, but misses the shot as he tried to catch it in the air and try to shoot it in. It's short. Ball goes back to Dudley. By the way, the Warriors going into their bench once again. Everybody out. Back into the ball game for them is number 30, and that is again Zittergreen. Also number 20 checking in for the first time, Trayson Sylvester. Number 15 into the ball game, Henry Reimer, a senior there, back into the game. Also into the game is Burns and Fetty. I believe we got all five, right?
We got all five of them.
Meanwhile, for Clayton Ridge, into the game is number 15, Cale Behrens. He's a junior. And also in there as well is number 24, Leland Mueller. Middle of the lane, Dudley. Dudley right side. Teasy open right side. Fires up the three off the front of the rim. Shot is no good. Teasy with a good open look there. And now we've got a foul on the loose ball with 3:03 to go. So subs are going to take us home here for the final 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think these guys will finish this out, and Central's going to get a big win in this small school division to start the season.
All right, Clayton Ridge has Starmont and West Central coming up this week. Again, West Central beating Postville tonight, but the Eagles feel like there's a good chance to get right later this week. Right side, it is again on top with Teasy. It tracks it down near center court. And again, he's just being hounded by Reimer. Reimer knocks the ball away. Loose ball on the court. We've got a player diving in there. Nobody's got it. Finally, it's picked up by Burns. Back ahead of the pack is Fetty. Fetty drives in and scores the left-handed layup. Fetty into the scoring column. 63-30 now our score as the Eagles looking to go a little further into their bench. Good hustle by all that group out there.
And the pressure defense continues for the Warriors with the subs in there.
Behrens off the elbow area. Right side to Mueller. And they'll look in the lane area. Dudley back out on top. Meanwhile, for Central, they've got Turkey Valley coming up in their next ball game, by the way. So that'll be interesting for them. TC drives in the lane. Shot blocked, but picked up down low. They get it in the hands of Owen Brandt. He banks it up and in. And the Eagles are going to make a substitution here. And this is not just a substitution to get the subs in. This is a timeout. All right, we'll take this break with them. 2:09 to go. Back with the final moments after this. Again, our score, it is 63-32 our score. And in the lead is Central.
This is Dr. Jessica Wilkie, along with Dr. Foey, Dr. Bruner, and our staff here at Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We are honored to sponsor winter sports and activities for the area schools. We're here to help keep those smiles healthy by providing all areas of general dentistry for children and adults, including same-day crowns, Invisalign, dentures, and implants. We thank our patients for their loyalty for the last 40 years and welcome new patients to join our dental family. Call us at 563-539-4651.
So a quick timeout taken by Clayton Ridge as we start to salt things away here in this fourth quarter. And we approach the 2-minute mark. So into the ball game for Clayton Ridge is number 40 into the game. And that is Nash Reimer, 6'6" sophomore, 6'6" sophomore. Left side, they try to go in the lane there to number 32 and Burns. And the ball is actually knocked away and the ball goes back there to Clayton Ridge. All right, Oberbreckling checks out. Into the game is number 32 for Clayton Ridge, and that will be Mason Hinsman, a 6' sophomore, making his first appearance. I believe number 4 into the game for Central, Keyshawn Foster, a 5'9" junior. Also in there, number 10, Maxwell Shantz, a 5'8" senior. Loose ball in the court, picked up there by Central, and it's picked up there by, once again, Sylvester. So back in the offensive end, Sylvester, top of the key, and he hands it back out on top there now to Reimer. Hey, you love to see the hustle, both these benches showing. And right side Central with the basketball, and Fetty now has it on the right wing area. At the right elbow, right side, Sylvester launches a three, right side for three, grazes the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down there by Barnes for Clayton Ridge. No relation, by the way. Right side, Hinsman open, right side for three off the front of the rim, no good. Reimer gets the rebound, put back, it's up and in. You can't teach 6'6", can you?
No, you can't.
Wow. That kind of size, able to easily go up and get that rebound and score the putback. Left side, Central with the basketball. Inside a minute to go. 63-34, by the way, our score. And Sylvester back out on top with the basketball. Foster with it. Foster took that last shot, by the way. Reimer on top. Reimer drives in. Covered. Needs some help. Right side, Fetty. Left-handed shot. Launches the three from the right wing. Shot no good. Hinsman tracks down the rebound for the Eagles. So they'll try to get a sub in the scoring column. Dudley, left side, launches up the three. Got it. Nice step into that shot. Another timeout taken by Clayton Ridge, but I think this is just a substitution. Yeah, with 31 seconds to go, I would certainly hope so. Tate Armstrong coming into the ballgame. So everybody gets to play in this ballgame tonight, and I guarantee you both these coaches never thought that was going to happen. Just about everybody in the game tonight.
I don't think they thought they were going to get this deep into either their benches.
And Fetty dribbling out the clock, and the Warriors do not have to take a shot if they decide not to. Had a lead at the half of 21, and the Eagles never really able to get a dent into it. 10 seconds to go. Reimer stops the dribble, goes up, ball stripped out of there. Foster, right side, back to Reimer. 5 seconds to go. Reimer drives baseline, 2 seconds to go. Back over to Shots. Shots, little 10-footer at the buzzer. It is short, and the game comes to an end. For Central, defensively getting it done tonight. They took control in the first quarter, and they win going away over Clayton Ridge by a final score of 63-34. With the win, Central 1-1. They are 1-0 in the conference. Clayton Ridge drops to 0-1, 0-1 in the conference. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews. Your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. And by Bacon Concrete in Postville. Again, our final score, 63-37, Central victorious in our boys game tonight. Other boys scores, West Central beating Postville tonight, 68-62. South Wind has defeated North Fayette Valley, 67-55. Maquoketa Valley over Starmont, 67-36. Edco beat East Buchanan, 49-25. And Waukon leads MFL Marmac at the end of 3, 46-38. So again, the Warriors had an 8-point lead at the end of 1. They pushed it to 21 at the half, 26 going into the fourth quarter, and they win by 26 points. Our final score, 63-37. Let's go to the totals, and let's start first off for the Warriors.
For the Warriors, they were led tonight by Griffin Hammersland with 16 points. Owen Hammersland right behind him with 14 points. 10 points for Jake Hairtrump. 8 points for Isaac Lone. 6 points for Carson Rignitz. 5 points for Mason Lone. 2 points for Garrett Burns. And 2 points for Caden Fetty. So 63 points on the night. They shot 39% tonight overall, 7 of 33 behind the arc, that's 21%, but 19 of 33 inside, so 58% from the field. And then from the free throw line, 4 of 6, 67%.
Yeah, they're not afraid to shoot the three, are they?
No, not at all.
Yeah, and the big story is they've got guards, and they don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, they take care of the ball. They rebound well for, the size that they have on the court. So, yeah, they played well tonight.
All right, turnovers as far as that for Central.
11 turnovers.
Yeah, and again for Clayton Ridge, and that was a problem in this ball game. Did get better as the game went on. For the Eagles, I think you're going to see a different defensive team as this season goes on. This doesn't happen very often for them.
Yeah, this was atypical of them. They gave up a lot of points tonight, and usually they don't. But for the Eagles tonight, they were led by Owen Brand off the bench there in the second half, 10 points, 8 points for Ethan Backus, 5 points for Seth Kregel, 3 points for Casey Teasy, 3 points for Brock Dudley, 3 points for Kasten Overbreckling, 2 points for Nash Reimer, 2 points for Tate Hager, and 1 point for Gabe Cook. So 37 points tonight. They shot 33%, 5 of 20 for 25% behind the arc, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, same as Central. And then 21 turnovers.
Yep.
That was a huge part of it.
All right, and the big concern for the Eagles is Kregel, again, been bothered by an injury. Colton Hager, you lost him in this ball game as well. And a quick turnaround for them. They play on Thursday night. Quick break. We'll talk with Central basketball coach Brady Stramer when a postgame show continues after this.
The vets and vet techs at Veterinary Associates of Clayton County offer a wide variety of services for all animals. We believe in treating every patient as if they were our own pet and give them the same loving attention and care they receive from you. Call our office at 563-245-1633 to make an appointment today. The Veterinary Associates of Clayton County are proud sponsors of Central Elkader Sports.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. Myers Auto Service in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. And Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Welcome back to Elkader. Final score, Central wins 63-37. We're joined by Central basketball coach Brady Stramer. Coach, first off, let's start defensively tonight because I think you had put an emphasis on that, but you guys manned up the Eagles tonight. Let's talk about what you guys did defensively.
Yep, no question. Looking back to last night, I thought that was probably the one of our biggest positive was our defense, man defense. Tonight we talked about ball pressure. Before the game, we knew they had a lot of guys that were comfortable at the three-point line, shooting threes and capable of doing so. So I thought our guys did a great job of taking away airspace for most of the night.
All right, let's talk about offensively because you had balanced scoring tonight. And let's talk about Griffin Hammersland leading you with 16 points, Owen Hammersland with 14 points. Let's start there.
Yep, and last night those guys kind of struggled from the field like most of us did, but we've got confidence in them. They've got confidence in themselves. I thought tonight they took good shots, but had a lot better ball movement where it was just catch and shoot threes, which was what we want those guys doing, and then they attacked when the opportunity was there. We rushed a couple there in the second half, but for the most part, I thought overall as a team, we had good shot selection, which was key.
And then we add in Jake Hertrump with 10 points for you there, Isaac Alone with 8 points.
Yep, can't say enough about Jake. His energy and effort in the paint tonight was exactly what we need from him. He's a big X factor for us. Obviously, he's got the height and length that no one else on our team has. And then Isaac's kind of the steady guy. He can play 1 through 5. He can guard 1 through 5. He scored some in the middle for us, and then he can help us take the ball up the court as well.
All right, also got some good positive minutes, I think, off the bench tonight from your guys.
Yep, Carson and Garrett are usually our first guys off the bench, and Owen Burke's kind of that third guy for us, and we always can rely on their energy and effort each time. They fly around on defense. They do what they're asked. They kind of dive for loose balls, kind of those things you don't see in the stat book all the time. And then we were able to get even deeper in the bench there late, and I was just very pleased with everybody's effort.
All right, so a good ball game here to pick up your first conference win, but a big challenge coming up in your next ball game at Turkey Valley.
No question. Got 2 days of practice that are going to be important for us. Turkey Valley is going to be a good team this year, no question. It's on their home court, so we got to get better these last 2 days. We'll watch the tape from tonight and last night and try and get a game plan going for Friday.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. Good start to the conference. We'll catch up with you guys.
Appreciate it, Dan.
Yes, Central basketball coach Brady Stramer talking things over about his Warrior team. We'll take a break. When we return, hoping to talk with Clayton Ridge coach Kyle Spierschlage when our postgame show continues after this. Warriors victorious. Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhag, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency. Welcome back once again to Elkader. We're joined now by Clayton Ridge basketball coach Kyle Spierschlage. Coach, first off in this ball game tonight, let's start on the defensive end because you really thought that this is what the team's going to have to hang their hats on, and this is something that needs to be worked on yet, right?
Yeah, I'll take some blame for not having I will take a lot for not having us positional-wise better defensively, where they know where they're at, or if we're going back in between zone and man. So that was tough from the start. They credit to Elkader and their coaches for bouncing right back after they had a loss last night, and they took care of us in about every facet of the game.
All right, now let's talk about offensively. I know kind of a tougher night for your team offensively against this man-to-man. What were your thoughts on offense there?
Yeah, kind of what I said this morning about when they've given us trouble is they're just that they're not trapping, they're not running jump. It's just fundamental solid man defense, and we struggled handling it. And then the counters we run a few times where we went execute them, or then we just didn't get to them enough to counter the ball pressure. And it's nothing fancy. There's ball pressure. You got to be able to handle it. And we that was one thing that we didn't do well enough.
Yeah, turnovers, obviously, that's something you guys continue to work on there. But, again, a big positive. Owen Brandt off the bench led you with 10 points.
10, didn't realize he had 10. First time him playing since 8th grade, I think about. So, cool. I didn't realize he had 10. But, no, I mean, guys, we'll hang in there. We're going to learn. We're going to improve. They worked hard. The big thing is the defensive transition kill us in the first half. I mean, they went 6 or 7 layups. They would just catch and go and beat us down the floor.
Yeah, and obviously that's something that you just don't expect to happen with the type of teams you've had.
Yeah, not quite like that. But like I said, I'll take a lot of the blame for not having us quite ready, but we'll improve.
Well, the good news is quick turnaround for you guys, and you still have a couple of games here this week.
Yep, if I'm counting right, we got 9 games in 17 days. So it's learning during the games, and we will. We absolutely will. But practice tomorrow, start out West Central.
That's one thing that's nice about an experienced team, I think.
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah, absolutely. We can bounce back and figure out. We'll pick 1 or 2 things to learn tomorrow night and go right back at it Thursday.
All right. Obviously, that's coming up schedule-wise there. We should also point out, let's get an injury update real quick. I know Seth Kregel a bit hobbled. Colton Hager left the ball game.
Yeah, Seth has been banged up throughout the week, and kind of an ankle and a Charlie horse he had last night that was swelled up today. And Colton's ankle, we'll see. I knew if he's down, it's an injury. It's not. He works hard, so that when he went down and stayed down, I knew it. Fingers crossed, it's nothing serious, but we'll see.
Yeah,
so I don't have any updates at the moment.
Yeah, but obviously a couple of guys that you hope to get back there because you know their toughness.
Absolutely.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you guys the rest of the week. We'll catch up with you before
Appreciate
break.
it, guys.
Yes, Clayton Ridge basketball coach Kyle Spierschlage talking things over there about his Eagle team. They dropped the decision tonight by a final score of 63-37. Quick break. We'll wrap things up from Elkader after this.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus LiveScan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
Eagle Warrior Basketball is brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. And by T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona. This is KCTN Sports. Welcome back to Elkader. Post-game show starts to conclude here. Again, our boys' final, 63-37. Central victorious in our ball game tonight. Earlier tonight in our girls' game, it was Central winning by a final score of 57-28. Other girls' finals tonight, Edco beat East Buchanan 61-51. North Fayette Valley losing to South Wind 36-35 in a seesaw game in the second half. And MFL Marmac girls, an impressive win tonight for them, beating Waukon by a final score of 50-33. Again, our boys' final tonight, Central wins 63-37. Edco boys beat Alburnett tonight, 49-25. Beat East Buchanan, I should say. Maquoketa Valley over Starmont, 67-37. South Wind beating Postville tonight, 67-55, the final score. West Central over Postville, 68-62. And MFL Marmac trails Waukon in the fourth quarter, 46-38. I'm joined once again by Coach Hammond. Coach, let's get your thoughts first off on our girls' game tonight.
Well, we knew that Clayton Ridge was young. We knew that Central had some experience, so that's kind of what we saw out there tonight. I think Clayton Ridge will get better. They've just got to go through some growing pains, and I think Central, for as good as they looked, they still have a lot of things to fine-tune, but I think Coach Wiley will get the ship righted and, work out the kinks a little bit, and they're going to be a tough team. They've got a tough test. They go to Turkey Valley next, correct?
Yeah, that's a big ball game for them Friday night.
Big ball game Friday night. They'll see what they're made of in that, but they're going to have to hit some shots.
All right, for Clayton Ridge, obviously youth, that's going to show up here early part of the season. You just keep on taking steps forward.
Absolutely, and they had some flashes out there. Just they got to put those together and work out some of those errors that they've made.
All right, this boys' game tonight, Warriors win by 26. And again, I don't think anybody saw this coming at all in the ball game tonight, but what the Warriors did defensively, you got to give a tip of the hat because their man-to-man was outstanding tonight.
They were all over the place, just aggressive man-to-man, kind of took Clayton Ridge out of sorts a little bit and knocked down shots. Got out, got aggressive, running the court, and yeah, that was just impressive to see them play so hard, so well against a team that traditionally shuts people down defensively.
And then for the Eagles, not very often they're going to give up 63 points in a ball game. I expect a big bounce back for them Thursday night.
Yeah, they're going to need one. They're going to have to regroup, and you heard Coach Spurswagi talk about got a couple guys dinged up, and those are key guys that give you that spark and that consistency out there. But other guys are going to have to step in and fill those roles until they get back. And this Clayton Ridge team can be okay. They got to put some things together.
Yeah, and again, being on the small side this year, this is going to be great because there's a lot of compatibility between all those teams on the small side. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how it shook out. But I think Central kind of set the tone for the year of, hey, we might be the team to contend with on this side because they made some noise tonight.
And we'll find out as they play Turkey Valley coming up on Friday night. Meanwhile, our next broadcast, we'll head to the Tri-Rivers Friday night. North Cedar and Edco, 5:30 start, by the way. So the Chalk Talk begins at 5 o'clock or so with game time at 5:30. Girls game time with the boys game to follow. We'll have our wrestling report. That'll probably air before that, 4:30 or so. But anyway, we'll see you on Friday nights in the Tri-Rivers.
In Tri-River over in Edgewood, yep.
Central girls and boys victorious in our game tonight. Once again, our thanks to Briar Reichs for running our camera in this ball game tonight. Also thanks as well to Caitlin Mussman, along with as well Ty Keenan for running the studio show tonight. For Coach Aaron Hammond, I'm Dan Behrens. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click in the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center for Midland overhead doors sales and service.